All right, we are live, and in the background, you cannot see it, but I promise you I am working out. That's right. I already did legs, and now I'm doing shoulders. To those wondering why you may hear that clanking, why you may hear the occasional even though I'm gonna try not to make those noises because they sound fucking horrible. But we are gonna work out. I may jump on the camera in a minute. Let me see who rolls in here. Impromptu, live, like always. It's not advertised. It is done randomly. It is not tagged. It is just a spur of the moment. Let's go live. Which to those on the playback, if this stays up, because we get the colorful people in here and they get the whole damn thing taken down. So I'm gonna have to do rules of engagement this time as I am live. Certain things cannot be said. Yes, we can talk freely, but if you go overboard, the thing will be taken down, and I'm not gonna appeal it, so it will go off into the ether, never to return. It will be in the void, and we will try not to do this with this live. I would like my lives to stay up versus get it taken down. So, to the supporting cast who comes through, supports me, gets on, all I'm gonna ask is, watch what the fuck you say. You know? Oh no. The iPad is about to die. It just had 10% battery. We are already starting off bad. Oh, shoot. The first topic of tonight I want to talk about is Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. I'm working out, guys. Give me 1 second. And that's 12. Okay, so allegedly Mayweather put out a post saying Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis for June 15th. Now, Tank Davis, Shakur been going back and forth. Are we really going to get this fight June 15th? I don't know, but it would be a great fight if we did. I would love to see it. If this goes down, I will come back up. I'll end my workout very short and go inside. Actually, give me 1 second, guys. I will return. Let me get my charger so I can get on camera. Let's put that on a banner. Be right back. Grabbing charger. Boom. All right, I'll be right back, guys. To the playback, to people here right now. What I will do in the meantime is I'm going to drop the link in case the supporting cast always comes through like they do. We're going to put this here, put that there. And then if people are in the background when I get back, then I'll let them on. But I'll be right back. Like I said, let me grab my charger. All right, we are back. That's right, we are back. Give me 1 second while I plug in this iPad. Yes, we have to plug it in. Stretch this across. I'm mad that my cord is going to touch this nasty floor. We've got one person viewing, which is fine because I was gone. Okay. There we go. Let me grab these 50s. All right, we got the 50s. Y'all gonna hear them drop. They just dropped. Damn, we lost all viewers. I came back, said, oh, I forgot to scroll this shit across the screen. How did I make the be right back, but I forgot to scroll it? That's crazy. That is crazy. I made the banner, but I forgot to click it. Oh, that's just hilarious. All right. Let's do this first and foremost. This is the question. Shakur Stevenson. Oops. I should have done a real title on this stream. Versus Tank Davis, June 15th. Does it happen? Scroll, add banner. Boom! What's going on, regulator? How you doing? Why is it not scrolling? Scroll, bitch. There we go. All right, so anyways, the question of the night I have for y'all is Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis. Does it happen June 15th? What do y'all think? Let me know in the chat and we're going to chop up about this. I think this is a very good fight. I think personally, this is going to be Tank's hardest fight to date, and it should be Shakur's hardest fight to date. So both guys, if they actually fight each other, it's going to be their hardest fight to date. And then we'll get talking about the card in Saudi Arabia after this. But it's going to be a crazy-ass fight. Because Shakur is very good at staying away from people and making it boring, playing keep away. But Tank Davis, on the other hand, he's very good at counterpunching. Now, is the height and the speed of Shakur going to cause Tank Davis issues? That is the question. And the other question is, will Tank Davis be able to catch him and knock him out? And if he can't knock him out, will he be able to beat him on the scorecards? Because Tank is a very slow starter. Tank will give away the first 3 to 4 rounds by default, trying to figure out your timing, trying to catch you in between shots. He's very economical. And Shakur can be a volume puncher at times. He definitely can jab you a lot while staying away from you. So, stylistically, Shakur versus Tank could be a very bad fight for Tank Davis if he cannot catch him. Because there's a world where he can't stop him. And if he can't stop him, he's been too negative. He's been too economical. He's been too precise, I should say, calculated with his punches to where he just gets outlanded too much. But again, there is boxing politics involved. And we know corruption runs wild. I was actually over on IOTVA's channel, and this guy named, I think it was War Radio or some shit like that. Me and him were going back and forth, and I was getting flustered because this guy said he always sides on the side of the commissions. The commissions are always right. They're never wrong. And that shit flustered me. And what I wish I would have asked this fucking idiot who sounds like he never did anything athletic in his life was, I wanted to ask him one question that I didn't. If boxing is not corrupt, then why is it that the decisions never get overturned? That's what I should have asked him. Then the motherfucker went and had a response. There have been 0 responses. When boxing gets it wrong, why do they never make it right? Why is it never corrected if it is not corrupt? That's all I want to know. I'm about to get on camera, guys. I'm just letting the battery charge up a little more. So it doesn't insta-dive when I turn the camera on. What's going on, Iceman? How you doing tonight? If y'all haven't done it yet, hit the thumbs up. The more thumbs up we get, the higher on the algorithm we get, and the more people that can come. And look, unlike other channels, all are welcome here. Whether you agree, oppose, it does not matter to me. As long as you are a real person with real opinions, real ideas, you are more than welcome to jump on this panel. I am like Switzerland in the boxing community. I go to all sides. I pick no sides. I speak my mind, whether you agree or disagree, it does not matter to me. I can rock with you all day and disagree with you. I cannot rock with you at all and agree with your point of view. It changes with every fight and every topic. I do not pick sides. I do not draw lines in the sand. In fact, I draw a circle around myself because I stand alone. So, with that being said, anybody out there, if you're listening, if you're watching, if you're hearing, and you want to jump on the panel, you don't have to agree with me to jump on. I will not silence you. I will not mute you, and I will not kick you off as long as you don't get crazy with what you're saying. That's it. That's the only rule. Don't go crazy. If you go crazy, I'm going to boot you off because you're not going to mess up my monetization. But as long as you have a real topic, we can conversate. We can disagree. We can go back and forth. But coming back full circle to the topic at hand. Shakur Stevenson versus Tank Davis. Who wins the fight? I think this fight right here is going to be very hard for Tank Davis to beat Shakur. And I'm not sure that he can beat Shakur because of the reasons that I said before. If he cannot catch Shakur and knock him out, because it's going to go one of two ways for me, this fight. What's going on, RL? How you doing? This fight is going to go one of two ways. One, Shakur is going to get caught and go nighty-night. Or two, he's not going to get caught. Because my thing is this. I don't think this is going to be a Devin Haney-Ryan Garcia fight to where Shakur goes down several times. I think if he goes down, he stays down. He doesn't get back up. However, that's that intangible. Can Tank find the target? Can he land on him? And we know Shakur has no problems, no issues making this shit boring. Non-fan friendly. What percentage are we at? 15. All right, once we get to 20%, I'm going to get on camera. I'm sure Shakur don't want to run it back with De Los Santos. I don't know, man. Virtuoso. I disagree with that. Here's my problem with everybody that hates on Shakur for that fight. What did De Los Santos do? What did he do? He did nothing. There was moments in that fight the way he was just standing still, not trying to go forward, not going on attack, just staring at Shakur. But everybody gets so focused on Shakur fighting off the back foot being boring that they don't bring up the fact that De Los Santos wasn't doing shit either. Literally, there was moments where he was just standing still, waving Shakur to come forward, but he was making no attempt himself to go forward. So I don't really see a need to rematch De Los Santos because to me, De Los Santos didn't do anything. He didn't do anything to justify a rematch. In my opinion, De Los Santos was just as negative as Shakur was. So when you got two guys who aren't fighting, that's what you get. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me hit this set. Like I said, we just landed the battery, get up to 20%. We're at 15. Whew. That's heavy. Y'all, let's see what I'm doing in the background. Virtuoso, jump on the chat. Chop it up with me. Let's conversate. And don't forget, hit that thumbs up. Shakur will definitely be on the back foot running. I do not disagree, RL. 1,000%. If that fight goes forward, Shakur is not moving forward. At no point in time in that fight will Shakur move forward. He will be on the back foot, jabbing, and rarely throwing the straight. It will be a game of cat and mouse, keep away. Can you catch the chicken? Not saying Shakur is a chicken, but I'm saying it's going to be a game of can you catch me? track meet, running back, wide receiver, keep away. That's what this will be. And my own thing is with Tank being as short as he is and as economical as he is, will he be able to catch Shakur to knock him out, or will he at least be able to beat him on points? And I'm thinking in my mind, it's going to be a no to both those answers. I don't think Tank will catch him. I don't think he's going to hit him because Shakur's not going to get that reckless to get countered with a hard shot. And I don't see Tank being able to outland him because Tank doesn't let his hands go. He's very calculated. He's very precise. He's very good at counterpunching, but he doesn't let his hands go. He doesn't throw a lot of punches. So
I mean,
it's hard to be the guy who's moving away from you, jabbing you, and not engaging.
Yo.
What's going on, Versatile? Also, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. I mean, how could Tank let his hands go if he's going to be mostly on the outside? You know, that's what Shakur's going to plan on doing. You know.
Right. I agree with you 1,000%. Don't mind me. I'm working out. I'm just getting on camera because people can see me.
No problem. Yeah.
Hey, Prodigal, jump on the panel. We talking Shakur Stevenson versus Tank Davis.
Yeah, man. I have no qualms about seeing that fight, man. I've been wanting to see Tank, step it up finally, but he's got Frank Martin problems, which I think he could present problems as far as inside fighting. If Frank Martin knows better, it's like he probably needs to fence with him, and probably needs to parry his shots in order to get off them counters. You know what I mean? Like I don't think the performance he has against Hardik Kunyan, I think it was, really should demoralize him as far as going into this fight. He should be feeling confident, because the thing with Tank is like he gets hit a lot from my line, right. So he's willing to take several in order to land one big shot, and he opens up his office through the counter. So that's only a matter of him if he can get close to you and land a hard shot. But
well, that's the thing. Do you think he could get close to Shakur and land that big shot?
Not as often as he would like to, because Shakur uses the ring. He knows how to box off the back foot, and plus he's a southpaw. How often does does Tank fight southpaws, right?
Right.
Being that he is one.
Right.
So I think he should be having no issue like moving towards Tank's lead foot.
Yeah.
And try to pivot and try to angle off and land straight shots. He's got a jab, but also he got a snapping right backhand.
Right.
I can see him landing that, but Tank is a little bit tricky though. I'll give him that. He knows how to get be a small target. Question is, does he have the footwork? I don't know. Because most of his opponents are not. Most of his opponents don't really are that fleet of foot and don't know how to use the ring. They're mostly like technically inferior to him. So he fights down to his competition. This would be a big step up fight if he does fight Shakur.
Well, that's the thing about it is Tank is used to fighting guys who come at him. Mm-hmm. In fact, I can't think of one fighter that stayed on the back foot against Tank Davis. All of them are come forward fighters that he's fought. And this is going to be the first time he gets in there with a guy who excels in not coming forward. Right. So, I don't know. I think this is a very hard fight for Tank to win. I mean, I know Shakur is not going to knock him out. Shakur, there's no way he can stop him. But it's just a question of, can Tank do enough to win rounds? And that's where I have the problem. Because I really don't think he can knock him out. I don't see Shakur being reckless enough to get knocked out. You know what I mean? Even when Tank hits him, he's not going to be committing to shots, not fully, to really take the full impact. So, I got Shakur by points. That's what I'm going to go with. That's what I'm going to stick with. And I'm going to do a breakdown for it before the fight. But I got to go with what my mind says.
I mean, Shakur's not that a power puncher. He's not a KO specialist. I mean,
No,
he's a pure boxer. Like,
he is.
you know,
Shakur is what everybody thought Devin Haney was. That's what I would say. What's going on, Kelvin? How you doing?
can't hear you. I'm breaking up. I'm breaking up.
You're breaking up? Let me know whenever you come back.
All right.
But I do agree with you. Tank has to focus on Frank Martin first and foremost. But I don't see Frank being able to beat him. Frank Martin is like tailor-made to get knocked out by Tank Davis, in my opinion. You still there? I lose you? You drop? Well, let me hit this set while you recover.
Yeah. Frank Martin looked like a fish out of water in his last fight. And Hardikunyan is basically an amateur, fighter. And usually they like to, amateur fighters to me, it's like they're more geared towards points fighting. And they like to use the ring too. So they also, like to perfect that boxer style. But with Tank, again, he likes to counterpunch. So he stays close to you and wait for you to miss a shot. I'm thinking more of Frank trying to load up on the inside against this guy, because he's not. I don't think he wants to necessarily give up ground once they're on the inside. So yeah, Tank could easily win a points decision, but I don't know if he could knock him out, because hard to think when was the last time he knocked somebody out of that size. Probably Barrios, but that was like it took a long ass time to do that, so I mean it all depends on how often Frank Martin leaves himself open. I think he's going to be a little bit more tricky in there, than what people expect.
See, I just see him coming forward.
Mm-hmm. You think Tank is going to lay trap on him?
Hold on.
Go for it.
Let me put these up. Hold on. All right, say that again.
No, I just think that. Do you think Tank is going to be able to lay traps on him, if Frank Martin comes forward? I mean.
Well, I mean, he pretty much lays traps on everybody that comes forward on him.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't see Frank Martin as a back foot fighter, and I think that's what it's going to take to beat Tank. Mm-hmm. Unless you just hit like he hits,
mm-hmm.
you're not going to beat him coming forward.
Right.
Because that power that he has at that weight class is just too much for guys of his size. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I just see, to me, Frank is just way too aggressive to beat a guy like Tank.
Right.
And I mean, it's possible he could hurt him. I mean, Frank's got respectable power.
He does.
We haven't really seen. I mean, the only real true power puncher we've ever seen in there with Tank was Ryan Garcia. But the question is, how much can you take from that when Ryan was already dead on the scales?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I guess we're gonna see what.
And Garcia actually paid for it by trying to come forward and try to boss him up on the inside. Like, he tried to throw hooks when Tank was pretty much underneath him.
Right.
So it's important that he gives himself space to throw straight shots, where he's in a comfortable range, whereas Tank is uncomfortable, unable to land back.
Yeah. Hold on one second, Virtuoso. Let me get to these chats real fast. Shakur will go to sleep in the later rounds. Shakur cooks Tank. Haney cooks Tank. Rehydrated Ryan KOs Tank. Basically, Kelvin doesn't think Tank beats anybody. Loma puts Tank in the Matrix. Tank fighting a damn prospect. Why did Frank take less money to fight Tank? He could have made more money to fight Shakur and go after his title than go after Tank to unify. Well, here's my thing, Charles. If you beat Tank Davis, you become a huge star overnight. So there's really more to gain from fighting Tank and losing than there is from fighting Shakur and losing. So
Yeah.
the risk reward is much better with Tank, regardless if the short term money is more or less. It doesn't matter. You could get paid less fighting Tank, but if you beat him, every fight after that's going to be way more than as if you beat Shakur. Kelvin Tank KOs Frank Bum Martin. Can heavyweight boxing be popular as NFL, baseball, basketball? I said that out of order. If it was pushed properly in America, I don't know. The problem with boxing is now the Saudis have been helping fix this, but the fights that we want to see never happen until they're 5 years too late. So I don't know if boxing will ever be a top 10 sport again, especially a top 3 sport in America. I highly doubt it unless they revamp the whole thing. Unless you are Lomachenko, Loma will beat Tank coming forward. I don't know. Loma's getting older. He's getting easier to hit, Kelvin. There's a world where Loma's reaction time is no longer what it used to be. And Loma also starts to look like he gets tired down the stretch, which is the first signs of age catching up. So if Loma slows against Tank, it's very possible that Tank is waited long enough and Loma is old enough to where Tank will get him. Now, I think at like 130, Loma would have beat him. Now, I'm not sure. Tony, you scaring me working out with no shoes on? Hey, man, this is swept. This is mop. This is clean. This floor is clean. I sweep and mop it all the time. I get the little leaf blower, blow out everything. Like, trust me, we don't go barefooted outside, but we do go barefooted in this gym. And yeah, don't be like me. Don't work out without shoes on, because if you smash them toes, they're done. 2 more comments. Tank will fight Loma in 3 more years. You know what? You might not be wrong.
Dude,
Kelvin wants to know.
You're right about that, man.
Tim Tszyu versus Virgil Ortiz. Well, let's wrap up Tank Davis and Shakur, and then we'll move on to that next. Does the fight happen June 15th? No?
I don't think it happens.
Okay.
Tank is too protected, in my opinion.
I'm going to say I agree with you. It does not happen, regardless of what Mayweather put out. It does not happen June 15th. Tank said he has a 6 to 7 fight deal. Shakur is in there, but he didn't say where, and he keeps saying 6 to 7 fights, so I guarantee you it would be at the end of the 6 or 7, or Shakur is going to lose before, and he doesn't have to fight him at all. So that's how I see it. I think Shakur is more likely to go up to 140 than fight Tank at 135. All right, so let's move on. Let me make a banner real fast, and we'll switch gears to the next topic. Let's delete that. Boom. So we'll go with two. Boom, boom. And let's scroll it. All right. I'll let you all open us up, Virtuoso.
All right, so Tim Tszyu versus Virgil Ortiz, who wins? I'm going to pick Tim Tszyu. Here's why. It came to my attention today that during the weigh-ins, Virgil Ortiz came overweight at 156 when the fight was slated to be 154. It's starting to raise suspicions in me about whether this guy is prepared to cut weight safely. We all saw what happened with Devin once he moved up to 140. Those issues of him, cutting weight still lingers. And so when you hear stuff like this, that he came overweight all of a sudden at the weigh-in date, knowing that this guy has troubles making weight, and we saw we noticed the pitfalls of that with the rhabdomyolysis.
Let me ask you a question, Virtuoso.
Yeah.
What's the number one cause of rhabdo?
Overtraining.
Nope. You know what the number one cause is?
What is it?
Steroid usage.
So you think
Google it. Google steroids and rhabdo and watch what comes up. I'm not saying I can't prove anything with Virgil. I'm not saying he's cheating. I'm not saying he's taking PEDs. But what I will say is rhabdo and steroids go hand in fucking hand. Especially when you cut weight and you're taking all that saturated water out of that muscle that them synthetic lipids from the steroids is put in there, and you pulling it out really quick. Just look it up. I didn't know he came in 156 though. I missed that.
Yeah. And with Zoo, it's like it not that I know of, but it's like it's not a problem for him to be disciplined at that weight. And plus, he could really hit, for a guy, of that size. He's a small 154. I think he's about just as tall as Crawford, if I'm not mistaken. Virgil's a little bit taller, right?
I don't know. I don't think Virgil's 5'10", to be honest with you.
Yeah.
They claim he's 5'10", but he look about 5'8" to me. But we'll see when they face off.
Yeah. So my money's on Tim Tszyu. I've seen Virgil get hurt against the likes of Kavaliauskas.
Yep.
Now,
to segue off of that, or interject in between, and then you can keep going. I don't mean to keep cutting you off, but keep in mind, Cal Velasquez was the first power puncher Virgil ever fought.
Was worth noting, yeah.
Yeah. Continue.
Yeah, and Tim Tszyu can punch, man. I thought this guy almost had Fundora hurt, during the earlier rounds. He kind of did until he had that cut. I think this time around, he's definitely going to be more focused. He's definitely got something to prove, And if things all goes well, which I'm expecting it does, I'm expecting Virgil to put away, Thomas Delorme. God bless his spirit, but he's going to be done in like 2 rounds or less. He's going to be able to face him, this summer, and I'm excited for this fight, man. I think I would say more like a 55-45 in favor of Tszyu. Again, he's comfortable at that weight, whereas Virgil, he kind of blew that weight off, and it's like now you start wondering, is this guy going to be a middleweight soon enough? It seems like it, but yeah, I'm picking Tim Tszyu because I think he hurts Virgil. I really do.
So I'm gonna say this: I don't think Virgil Ortiz is that good. I never thought he was that good. I think he's always been a hype train, and I think they have made him match really, really well. In 154, I think it's only a matter of time before his chin gets tested.
He will.
And he goes down and doesn't get up. I agree with you. I think Tim Tszyu beats the brakes off of him. I don't even know if the fight's competitive, to be honest with you. I really don't. Because to me, they say Virgil's good, Virgil's this, Virgil's that. He's got a great jab. Maybe, but that shit's slow as hell. He is not fast. He is very slow. And he, like with Tim Tszyu, he's not fighting a guy with zero power. Like you said, Tim can thump. He can hit. And now he's moving up to guys who hit even harder. And Tim has stopped guys on the upper echelon of 154. So I have no doubts that he cannot hurt Virgil, because he will if he starts piling it on him. The thing with Tim Tszyu and Fundora is this. I called it before the fight. I picked Tim Tszyu to lose. Because to me, and this is all alleged, I can't prove it. I have no facts to back this. This is my own opinion. This is not me saying this is true. Conspiracy theory. Let's go down the rabbit hole.
All right.
So, in my opinion, Tim Tszyu versus Fundora, I had already seen it play out before. I saw Manny Pacquiao versus Ugas. All of a sudden, Errol Spence pulls out of the fight 2 weeks before it. Just like how Keith Thurman pulled out to a bicep injury, right? Right before the fight, 2 weeks. Now, when Manny got in there with Ugas, Manny looked like he was trying to figure out Ugas from the beginning, first round. However, Ugas looked like he had been training for Manny Pacquiao his entire fucking camp. His entire camp to me. He knew everything Manny was going to do before Manny did it. In my opinion, that's how it looked. Fast forward, Fundora. When you ever seen him fight off the back foot, use the jab, use the reach, stay away. Everything Tim was doing, Fundora was reacting to it before Tim did it, before he completely made his commitments. It almost looked like to me Fundora knew he was going to fight Tim and had been training for him the whole fucking time. I made a video about it. Here's the deal. If you're a champion, never fucking take a stand-in fighter with 2 weeks notice. That is stupid. Cancel the fucking fight. Walk away. Fuck the money. Keeping your belt in your row is much more important because if you lose, your money suffers on the back end. So that's how I saw it. That's why I picked Fundora to win, and he did. But in this fight, Tim knows who he's fighting. He has a lot of advance notice now. So, yeah, I think Virgil is just a hype job. I've always thought he was a hype job.
Okay, since we're on the subject, since you mentioned the short notice opponents, beware of that, right? I wanted to ask you something. Did you think Devin should have taken on Arnold Barboza since he knew that Devin was Ryan Garcia was going to come overweight?
Let me do this set, and I'll answer that.
All right. I'll go on mute because I gotta lock things up. All right, be right back.
Say that again. Oh, I think you said.
I say I gotta lock up some place up. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm still listening though. Go ahead.
Okay, if you can hear me, I'll answer it. To answer your question, yes, I think Devin Haney should have said, "Nope, I'm not fighting you. You have a 3.2 pound weight advantage. The fight doesn't go on. First off, you were unprofessional by not making the weight. Second off, because you were unprofessional and you didn't make the weight, I'm not going to fight you." I would have went to Arnold Barboza, which people would have been mad. However, it wouldn't have hurt the ticket sales. It might have hurt the pay-per-view numbers, but the ticket sales would have remained the same and nobody could get a refund because it was already put out. Everybody already knew if Ryan doesn't make it to that ring, Barboza steps up and fights Haney. Now, had Haney done that, which I would advise him to, if I was in his camp, I'd have been like, fuck that, we're not fighting him. If he can't make weight, we're moving on to the next. As bad as Barboza looked, Haney would have looked like a fucking superhero against him. He would have destroyed Barboza. It wouldn't even have been competitive because Barboza lost to McComb. McComb beat him. It was a robbery. It wasn't even close. So with the Barboza that showed up, getting in the ring with Haney, Haney would have walked through him. Haney may even have stopped that Barboza, to be honest with you, because he looked bad. And the thing is I've been calling for the Barboza Teofimo Lopez fight for about 2.5 years now. So I've been liking Barboza, but I'm sorry, I show no loyalty to these fighters. I do not know them. They are not related to me. They do not pay me, and I will never take money from them. Here's the deal. As much as I like Barboza, he lost that fight. He looked like shit that night, and Haney should have fought him. And Haney right now would be touted as a top 3 pound for pound had he gone the Barboza route. But
Definitely.
But I will say this. Haney always bets on himself. He always takes all challenges. He always goes with all odds against him. He doesn't mind doing it. So he stepped into the furnace, and this time he forgot his flame retardant suit, and he got scorched. Sometimes when you bet on yourself, it doesn't always turn out in your favor. Unfortunately for Haney, this time, it just didn't work out for him. But to answer your question again, yeah, I would have told him to fight Barboza. Fuck Ryan Garcia at that point.
Did you pick him to win?
What's that?
Did you pick Devin to win?
No, I picked Ryan to win.
Okay.
I told Bill Haney 3 years ago to his face, keep Devin away from Ryan because Ryan will beat your son.
He's too fast.
What's that?
He's too fast.
He's too fast. He's too strong. And the thing about Devin is he's already shown flaws against guys his own size. He's very good against small people that he's way bigger than.
Right.
But this was my mindset, Virtuoso, and everybody said I was crazy. They didn't believe me. They thought I was a Devin hater, and lo and behold, I'm like a fucking oracle again with my crystal ball. So here's the deal. When Haney fought Santiago is a D-level fighter. Yes, he was undefeated when Haney fought him, but he racked up loss after loss after he fought Haney, right? Santiago, a D-level fighter, was beating Haney to the jab. He was beating him to the jab, a D-level fighter. Now, when I looked at that, I'm like, oh shit, what's the difference here? Santiago and Haney are the same size. They look around the same weight. Then he goes on to fight a midget in Gamboa. Looks great. He gets in there with an old-ass Linares, who's been ring rusted. And while he did dominate Linares, because he couldn't let go of the trigger, and that 10th round, he got caught. Now I'm looking like, oh shit. He lost the jabbing battle against a D-level fighter who was his own size. He got caught in the 10th round against a guy who was ring rusted, slow, and old in the 10th round, and damn near got put out and had to hold on for 2 rounds straight. So now I'm like, what does he do next? What he did next was he goes on to fight another midget in Jojo Diaz. He goes on to fight another midget twice in George Kambosos. He goes on to fight another midget in Lomachenko, and he goes on to fight another midget in Regis Prograis. So now I'm really like, this dude's only fighting guys. He's way bigger than. He's only fighting midgets. Stylistically, there's a flaw here. There's a reason why they keep moving them to little guys. And I knew Ryan would beat him. I knew it. I knew it. Without a doubt, I knew it. 1,000%. All in. Put $100 on the line.
Wow.
And you know what's so crazy about that $100, Virtuoso? And it comes back to the question you asked me earlier. If I was in Haney's camp, would I told Haney to cancel the fight and fight Barboza? When Ryan blew weight, I told the dude that I betted with, I was like, look, I want to cancel the bet, right? Because Ryan missed weight. He then goes on to talk shit about me and say, oh, he doesn't stand on his word. He doesn't really believe what he says. He only says it for effect, blah, 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 blah. So because he went on to talk shit about me, instead of being honest and being like, look, Ryan missed weight, so we canceled the bet. You know what I mean? Since he went on to say all this shit, I said, fuck it. I emailed him. I said, I accept your bet. Well, I got it posted on my community page. You can read it. I said, accept it. I won't come up with no excuses about him being out of shape because of the 3.2, but I don't want no excuses if he wins and you be like, oh, he had an advantage because he was overweight. So, because Buddy talked shit about me, we ran the bet. He tried to say that we did run the bet, but I made a whole fucking live the day before saying, just as crazy as my $100 bet, you know what I mean? And then you can read the emails and see that I fucking accepted it. I said, I accept it.
See, that's the thing. Like, I never even considered the weight advantage that he had. Well, he alleges that Haney was that came in like who hydrated heavier than him. But the thing that I never considered was the fact that Haney's defense is leaky. Like, I was watching the Instagram live clips of it with Floyd Mayweather. I think this was after he had that argument with Bill Haney, that Haney doesn't really keep his right hand tucked, like he doesn't keep his chin tucked behind that right hand when he throws that jab. Like what he saw was some amateur shit. Like when he throws that jab, it looks like he's shooting a bow and arrow. When in reality, you should be keeping that chin tucked behind the right hand when you throw that southpaw lead hand. And he didn't do that. And so that left hook of Ryan found his way home multiple times, and that put him on the deck multiple times. And I was shocked, to be honest with you, because I thought he was going to control the fight with his jab and his defense, which he didn't do all that well. He took away that jab, you know, by smothering him, by bullying him, by pushing him back, holding him, and you know, once you know he tried to get in position, you know, he was still in striking distance to get hit. And again, he doesn't keep his hands home when he throws.
Well, to answer this question real fast, yes, I got the $100. He paid up on the live that got taken down. But anyways, I agree with you. He does have a leaky defense. However, even if he did not, rewatch the fight or rewatch some of the highlights, right? Even if Haney did not have a leaky defense, even if he brought that immediately back after the throw, right? Boom, back. It wouldn't have mattered. Because Ryan was hitting him with the left hook when he was getting hit with the jab. So they were landing at the same time. Because Ryan realized this dude can't hurt me. So I can land full force on him while getting hit by his jab. So you're going to see multiple where the jab hits Ryan and he's coming with the left hook, hitting Haney at the same time. Mm-hmm. That was the difference.
Timing.
That was the difference. And you gotta understand too, Virtual. So, and I was telling people this as well. While yes, they may have been kids, and while yes, they may have been amateurs, while yes, they may have been in the past, and they're different fighters today than they once were, still, the amateurs is designed by fucking design. It was created to help purist boxers with no power out. Guys who are extremely technical, very good IQ, tend to do better than brawlers and knockout artists. Why? Because you have on headgear and bigger 12-ounce gloves. So that knockout artist, his power is neutralized. So if I fight you 6 times in the amateurs and I can outscore you 3 times in the amateurs, it's going to be bad when I can hit you with 100% of my power.
Right. Like, I just want to bring this up. You know, they have karate in the Olympics, and
Yes.
it is illegal to knock out your opponent because it's just basically predicated on landing, not hurting your opponents, but just landing so you can score points, just like in amateur boxing, you know. And so not all the amateurs, you know, make it as a pro because they don't have those attributes as such as power and speed, and you know. So they do get found out, you know, once they turn pro. So I got a question to ask you. What do you say to Devin Haney, you know, supporters who object to hearing criticism of him being chinny? Like they kind of take offense to it, like being that he's able to get up, but he gets wobbled. What do you say to that?
So real fast before I answer that question, let me pay the chat attention. So to Iceman, when I told Bill Haney keep his son away from Ryan because Ryan would beat him, we had a conversation leading up to that, and pretty much Bill was like, he got irritated. He was like, "What do you want me to say? You're telling me somebody else beat up my son?" And then that's really all he had to say. Then later on, we started talking, going back and forth. He was like, "Oh, you never boxed before. You're lying. You're lying." And then I went back at him, and then he got nicer to me. Then I told him, "Look, despite me thinking that Ryan could beat your son, I do appreciate that you was in his life. You raised him right. You're there for your son. You brought him up how most people would want their fathers to bring them up. You know what I mean?" So I gave him his I don't know. I congratulate him for that. I guess however you want to word that. So I give him that compliment because that's a real thing that nobody talks about. Like people always, boxing is one of the best sports for father-sons. Like there's so many good father-son duos, and nobody ever brings it up. So that was thrown out there.
Joe Calzaghe and his dad.
Yep. Sean Porter, his dad. We could go on and on.
Tim Bradley and his dad.
Mayweather, his dad and uncle.
Yeah. Probably more so than uncle.
Okay, hold on. The boom. Salute. What's going on, Hawker? All right, so as far as to answer your question, Bertrand, also real fast, and then I'll let Prodigal get in. To me, it depends on what you consider chinny, okay? Do you consider a guy chinny who gets hit, gets rocked, and either goes down or he's dazed, but he keeps fighting? Or do you consider a guy chinny who gets hit, goes down, and doesn't get back up? So it's 2 ways you can look at it. Is he chinny? By my definition, I would say no, because he doesn't stay down. He has a lot of heart to compensate with that. However, does he have a good chin? I would say no as well. I would say he's not chinny, but he doesn't have a great chin at the same time, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, like I try to be diplomatic with it. I try to use it like an analogy, like say they're at a party, you know, there's 2 guys, you know, one's tolerant and one's intolerant. The one who's intolerant can't hold his liquor well. You know, won't vomit, but you know, just can't hold his liquor well. You know, like just stumbles around, you know, slurs his words. You know, things change. You know what I mean? Your form, your conduct in the ring. That's what I see in Haney. He just doesn't hold his liquor well when he takes a big shot.
See, I would have to add to that and disagree a little. So let me tell you how I would disagree if we're using liquor as the example, right? To me, Haney is one of those guys who doesn't hold his liquor well. He gets drunk very fast. However, you can have a guy who does hold his liquor well, right? He can drink it, he holds it well. However, if they were to have a shot battle against each other, while Haney may get drunk faster, he'll be able to have more alcohol in him, and the other guy will pass out first, even though it'll take him longer to get drunk.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. He'll be hurt, but he'll keep going. He might be drunk, but he can keep drinking.
Right.
My litmus test for bad chins is Amir Khan.
Wait, what?
I said my litmus test for bad chins is Amir Khan. If Haney doesn't have an Amir Khan chin.
Yo, that brought up a discussion I was in where somebody said, could Amir Khan beat Haney? And I said, yeah, I think Amir Khan would beat him.
The Amir Khan who fought Marcus Maidana, I think.
Because Amir, the thing about Amir is while he did like a chin, he had a hell of a lot more power than Haney and probably a lot faster hands.
Yeah.
No, yeah, definitely. I think, Amir Khan. Yeah. I think, Amir Khan is kind of like, I don't even want to say like a British version of Ryan, but probably to some degree. And he's longer too. There's a longer reach than him.
But boy, once they get hit, man, they start backpedaling straight back into the ropes.
Yo, do y'all know who Get This Smoke is?
Yeah, I've seen remember him.
He was on my live before the fight telling me how bad Haney was going to beat Ryan, how much he disagreed with me. This dude has disappeared. He has disappeared off the face of YouTube since Haney took that L.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen him since Black and Brown Boxing, he gets into arguments, quite easily, man, and I just tuned it off, man. It's like, yeah, I bet he's not there no more.
The thing that's so funny to me about Get the Smoke is when he argues, right, he'll constantly cut you off, not let you talk. But then when you try to talk, he'll cut you off again and claim that you're cutting him off.
That's so manipulative.
It's just hilarious.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
Amir Khan. Oh, let me ask this. Could Devin Haney beat Paulo Malignaggi?
Of course.
I think so.
How many division champion was Pauly?
Wasn't he 2?
Was it 2?
Yeah, because he was a welterweight champion as well.
I want to look it up now. I know
he had
he
the
was
IBF title.
Let's
I think he was
see
a
here.
lightweight champ at IBF, and then he was WBO champ at welterweight.
Oh, my back.
I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm about to look it up. We jumped
lost
on
the IBF title, I think, to Ricky Hatch, and then lost the WBA title.
Oh shit, I can't see. On my phone, it won't let me see. Like BoxRec doesn't fully load. So I can't see.
Go to his Wikipedia, yeah.
All right, let's go to his wiki. Let's see what his wiki says. As an Italian, including titles. So he was a junior welter.
Yeah.
Welter. So he had the IBF junior welter and the WBA welter. So yeah, 2 division.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was 2 or 3.
No, I think it was definitely 2. Because he didn't move up that much. It was just like he was 140, he was 147.
Now that dude was the definition of no power.
Yeah, he was like, he wasn't even death by 1,000 punches. He just, I guess he just had good timing.
Hawker said Pauly beats Devin but gets robbed. Gosh, I really don't know.
Could a prime Adrian Brunner beat Devin Haney?
Oh yeah, I think a prime AB would knock him out. Like prior to McDonald, I think AB would have stopped him. AB, see, here's my thing. Mayweather, in my opinion, ruined AB because instead of allowing AB to get his rematch with Maidana, he jumped up and fought Maidana after AB lost, so he could get all the shine for beating the guy who beat AB.
Yeah.
Had AB had that rematch, beat Maidana, I think he would have started letting his hands go.
Well,
But his hands,
that should have been the super fight actually, because the reason why Adrian Broner was on the card with I think he was fighting Ashley Diofan. That was the Canelo Mayweather card. They were talking about, and even then, fighting Mayweather. So it would have been Adrian Broner versus Mayweather.
well, you think Mayweather and AB would have actually fought because AB was a Mayweather fighter?
Well, no, I think he was a Heyman fighter, but he just was real close with him because he was never the money team. He was never money team. He was just like money team associate.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and he was talking about possibly like they should have. I mean, they probably would have made a lot of money if they fought that.
I mean, I don't see AB. Let's say
He would have lost.
AB would have beat Maidana. I don't think he could have beat Mayweather.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
of course. I think he would have lost still, but I mean, for at that time, it would have been probably a good look because then that would have been like passing the torch or foiling Mayweather, right? So.
Floyd was never gonna pass the torch. He never wanted to. You're like, that's why he never fought like Errol Spence when it was infamous that he apparently was getting
Handled and sparred.
getting manhandled.
My thing is this: he was already retired when Errol Spence won the title. However, in my opinion, if you're going to go off of just solely welterweight, in my opinion, he evaded two guys. Well, he fought Manny, but he fought Manny 5 years too late. Anyways, I digress. The two fighters that he avoided, in my opinion, like flat out, was Paul Williams, number one. Because I think Paul Williams would have beat the brakes off of Mayweather.
No, of course.
Two, he evaded Kell Brook, who Errol Spence beat.
Yeah.
But had Kell Brook never went up to fight Triple G and would have fought Mayweather, that would have been the fight to make.
Yeah. That would have made a lot of money. Because that would have been another UK fight for him. Actually.
Yeah, that
of course, he would have had fought in the UK. Yeah. He would have probably.
No, it would have been in Vegas.
It would have been in Vegas, but still, that would have been so much money.
It would have been much better than Andre Berto, for sure.
See, and that's what makes me upset with Kell's Brook career, is he could have been a two-time, like a two-time welterweight champ, and he would have fought what's this guy? There's another one too, but he had the WBO title. I forget his name.
What are you talking about, Crawford?
No. So there was another WBO champ, welterweight champ.
Well, no, at the time of Kell Brook, it would have been Kell Brook, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, and Floyd Mayweather.
No, but who was the WBO champ?
Probably Keith Thurman?
No, it wasn't Keith Thurman, because Keith, I think, just had the regular title at that time.
Well, that's
what year we're talking about?
I thought Keith had two belts. He was unified.
No, he didn't have it.
But what year are we talking about, though?
I can't. To be fair, I can't remember exactly when Kell Brook had the title.
I mean, you could argue that after he lost his belt to Mayweather, I think Manny did gain back the WBO title.
WBO.
WBO, because he lost that belt
to
he lost that belt to this guy, the Australian, Jeff Horn, yeah, whatever. Jeff Horn, and then he lost to Crawford, I thought he should have fought, but c'est la vie. He does what he wants.
I'm gonna stop. My shoulder's feeling it in that surgery spot. I'm not gonna lift no more. I got to get my shoulders. I'm only 7 months and 3 weeks out from surgery, so I still gotta be careful.
Yeah, take care of that shoulder, man.
But I mean, well, Prodigal, you're the physical therapist. I think I'm doing quite well. So, as far as like strength in 7 months, 3 weeks, I'm back to where I can rep 350 on the flat bench. I can do repping 285 on the incline bench. I can military press rep 185, which puts all that weight on my clavicle where I had the surgery. Back pressure. Lateral raises with the dumbbells. I'm doing 50. Side lateral raises 50 again. So I think the strength is coming back pretty well, considering.
Yeah. Do you use Dynabands at all?
Do I use what?
Dynabands? You know, the long.
No. I don't use no bands. I don't use no bands, no belts, no sleeves, no nothing.
Well, no, I'm saying the band uses will help activate your shoulder, like the inner muscles within your shoulders and stuff like that, and then also in your lats too. So it's a good for like a warm up.
I have to check it out. I'll look it up. Hey guys, I'll be
Yeah.
right back. I'm gonna leave the studio, but I'm gonna hop back on inside. So I'll be right back.
No problem.
Y'all chop it up.
All right, man. So, yeah, man. What did you think of last weekend, man? The craziness that ensued, man. What's your thoughts on it? I never spoken to you before.
Oh, with Garcia.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I mean, it was an interesting fight. I didn't think it was like that dramatic. You know, it just wasn't Hades' night. Pretty much. You know, everything went wrong for him. You know,
Yeah.
For me, it was kind of like I wouldn't say necessarily happy that he kind of got his comeuppance, but I felt some type of way where he was kind of parading around that he beat Lomachenko. So I was like, well, you know, you finally got beat.
Yeah, man. I kind of felt that kind of, revenge type feeling, but to me, it wasn't because of that. I just, to me, I think he's kind of arrogant, and to me, I think that arrogance did cost him the fight. Him saying that he was on a different level than Garcia, before he even proves it to me, I just think he just reeks of, I don't know, just being pompous, I guess. But yeah, if he's that confident in himself, and then you don't do what, and you don't perform how you expect it to, yeah, it could change you mentally, man. So talking all that shit, can really set you up for failure, man. I hope he does bounce back, because he does. Even if he's not an exciting fighter, man, he does make fights happen. He challenges himself. Even though I felt like his entrance to the lightweight title picture was kind of artificial. It was kind of political. When he was champion, he tried to go after Tank. He fought Loma. He didn't quite get to Shakur. Even though he was like champion, he didn't want to fucking defend those titles. And to me, I kind of felt more cheated about that one, because I felt that fight could have happened if Bob Arum would have signed into one more fight, which I guess he wasn't interested in. But yeah, man, that him being not fully aware of that left hand of his, I think it really cost him the fight.
I think amongst other things too, he probably believed in his own hype, and then he felt like he probably even brought into, Ryan being crazy and alcoholic and doing drugs and all these different things. So he probably brought into that too, and then it cost him. Just underestimated. Yeah.
He dared him to. He dared himself to go to the center of the ring, just like Ryan wanted him to.
Yeah, he fell into his trap. It's like you fight your fight. You don't fight the other guy's fight. You're gonna make it easier for him.
Right.
And that's exactly what he did.
I mean, it was easier for him to do that against a smaller guy like Prograis, and that's when I think people bought into this narrative that he was becoming a power puncher, a boxer puncher before our eyes.
There's a saying that they say you always want to be on the higher end of your weight class. So especially if you're a bigger guy, you're always gonna want the weight advantage.
Right. Yeah. You with us, Tony?
Yeah, I'm just coming back. I'm just getting back in here. So Hawker, this is what I can't stand about boxers, right? This is what I don't get. Tank is clowning Devin Haney for losing to Ryan. However, Tank never wanted to get in the ring with Devin. So how are you going to take the credit for somebody else's work?
Facts.
It's okay. I think Tank is also a knockout away, like from being embarrassed as well.
That's what I want Frank Martin to do, but I know it's wishful thinking.
I think Tank is gonna get his comeuppance at some point, especially if he tries to go to 147. I think he's gonna run into a brick wall.
He's not even going to go to 140.
Actually, I really wished he would have fought Conor Benn. I don't know why, but I really wish he would have fought him.
Yeah, you see money for him, you know. Conor Benn really ain't all that much.
Because I'm not saying even Conor Benn would like knock him out, but you know,
Oh,
it'd
wait,
be
I wasn't even talking. Are y'all talking about Conor Benn and Tank Davis?
He
yeah.
brought him up. I
Like-
didn't.
Prior to Conor Benn getting caught on the eggs?
Oh no, I didn't even bring that up. But I'm just
No,
saying
I'm
Conor Benn.
asking- Was this before the eggs or after the eggs?
No, I mean even current, even current. Because listen, my theory is if he would fight somebody that significantly poses like a threat to him, he's definitely going to be on the eggs again.
If he's going to be on the X again, it's going to be.
He'll get caught though. Like,
But
there's
see,
no
but
way.
nobody's gonna. I mean, if since he's fighting in the states, though, I think they might let it slide, right? Just how they did with the IV dripping. I
No,
think they
no,
might let it slide.
They ain't gonna let shit slide against Tank. There's no way.
That's fair. I mean, they might say, well, they may give Tank the opportunity to do what he has to do. You know what I'm saying? So it could just be like that. It's like I'll let you do that, and you let me do this, just to make the fight more interesting.
I don't know. Like, if there's no testing, then it's fair game. But if there's testing, my thing is this: Conor Benn.
He might make Ben like come down in weight, but even if Ben is coming down in weight, if he's using like let's say a diuretic, he's gonna still be all right because he'll still have the stuff in his system.
Yeah, I just say Conor Benn on the eggs, he beats the shit out of Tank. Conor Benn off the eggs gets the shit beat out of him by Tank. That's how I look at it. I think Conor Benn, he's looked like trash since he came back. His powers look completely gone. And I think he built his whole career off of eggs. And this is why I tell people, especially young people, don't do steroids. Because if you build your body off of that, the minute you stop as you're older in life, you'll lose it all and you'll never get it back.
He'll crash out.
Yeah, he's already crashing out, which is sad too, because it's like, dude, you got a whole wife, bro. like
Yeah.
come on, man.
That's why I want Canelo to retire as early as next year, bro. Just to see what's gonna happen to his body.
He might crash out. Like I'm saying, there's a strong case. He might try to crash out on this Munguia fight, but
I heard if he cycles off that clenbuterol, he's gonna shine up.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
he's gonna have to cash out somehow. I don't know. Maybe they'll do because even the light heavyweight picture is kind of like strange after the fact between this undisputed fight. It's gonna be, I think, isn't David Benavidez next in line
Well-
for whoever wins?
Yeah, for Beevil or Better Beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a WBC mandatory if he fights. He wins against.
And the crazy
Boston.
part about that, Morrell just moved up too. So
Yeah, Morrell trash. To me, Morrell is trash. This dude, when is Morrell gonna fight somebody? That's all I want to know. When is he
He
gonna
wanted
fight
to fight Benavidez, man. But
his next fight is against someone who got knocked out by Beterbiev, but still is pretty good light heavyweight. But Morrell's just big, so I don't know. I think he might win that fight.
When is Morrell gonna fight a top 10 fighter?
That's true. That's fair.
And
Well, the
here's
guy's
the
ranked
thing.
in the WBA, but you know.
No, I'm talking about globally ranked top 10 fighter.
Oh, okay.
My thing is this: Morrell, he can talk all he wants. He doesn't want to fight Benavidez. He wants no part of Benavidez. Benavidez called his bluff, a year or two ago, and they turned down the fight when Benavidez offered it to him. He was going to fight him. Ronnie Shields came out and was like, oh, he's not ready, blah, 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 blah. Well, if you're not ready, don't call his name.
When did this happen?
He's gonna have to fight him some point, especially if they're both in light heavyweight now.
Because from my perspective, Samson Lukwa said that they're negotiating Benavidez and Morrell fight, and then all of a sudden Benavidez is on Fight Hype video saying, "I didn't hear anything about this. I'm not fighting no David Morrell." So
No. This was Ronnie Shields, December 14th, 2023, when Benavidez was going to fight Morrell, and they turned down the fight, the Morrell camp. Benavidez called his bluff back in 2023 December and was like, you called my name, here I am, let's fight. And Ronnie Shields comes out talking about, oh, we're not ready. I need more fights with this guy before he'll be ready for Benavidez. And they turned it down. So my thing is this. It's the same thing with Boots and Crawford. Boots had two opportunities already to fight Crawford. One, he could have been his mandatory with the WBO. Instead of being his mandatory, he decided to leave the WBO to get a free belt from the IBF without fighting anybody. Number two, he could have fought Terrence Crawford again on BLK Prime instead of Crawford fighting Abanesian, which is backed up by Boozy, Boots' dad. They said, yeah, it was offered to him. They turned it down, so he turned down the fight twice. My thing is this. Once you turn down the fight once, you don't deserve it no more. Especially if you're calling the fighter out.
right.
But I think Morrell is knockout waiting to happen. I think he's going to end up finally fighting somebody that's globally ranked in the top 10 and get exposed.
Since he's at light heavyweight, the contenders are what? Anthony Yard. Who else? Dan Aziz, maybe. Joshua Buatsi.
You got Callum Smith that's still there.
Yeah, Callum Smith. I don't know. I feel like Callum Smith is kind of shop worn.
You know, you even got Craig Richards that's probably still up there.
Craig Richards is actually not bad. He's in the net. He's going to fight on the 5 versus 5.
You got Gavassi.
I would also say Lyndon Arthur is probably still up there. He's still a good fighter.
But Morrell, I think, he would knock out Lyndon Arthur.
And then what's the other guy's name? The Gavaski or whatever the fuck his name is?
Yeah, Gavassi.
Oh, Gospic. But that's who David Benavidez is.
He's up there too.
That's who's Benavidez is fighting, so.
But the thing with Morrell is like he's in a spot where he has to rely on the sanctioning bodies to give him a boost up in a profile, because him being Cuban and him not having fans is just a poor combination to have. Like, he had no buzz around him when he was in PBC. You know, that was just not bothering to promote him.
He still have no buzz around him that much.
Nah, because, you know, he's starting with a new promoter. You know, and it's gonna be from the ground up again. But he's gonna wait around for his number to be called via a mandatory. So
don't forget to hit the thumbs up. I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Guy with 9 fights, 10 actually. Yeah, there's not gonna be that much buzz around him. You know, when you have that littlest fight as he has.
Yeah. He's gonna have to fight somebody eventually, hopefully. Somebody with a pulse.
Yeah, I think it will eventually, you know. And then many bitches in at light heavyweight, man. There's some true fighters over there, like 168.
Yeah, they might give him some competition. Yeah.
Who's that?
No, we're just talking about the 175 landscape for Morrell.
I
wish Billy would move up. That would be an interesting fight.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think Billy would. That's going to be a hard fight for Benavidez or Morrell, to be honest with you.
They should have. Well, the crazy part is, Billy was like, he's WBA or was like mandatory, but I guess he was a mandatory for Canelo and not Morel.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
My
so
thing
weird.
is this. The only reason why I see Billy not moving up is because him and Beterbiev have the same coach. So
Oh yeah. It wouldn't be much sense having two light heavyweights in the same
yeah,
camp.
like who does the trainer go to? Does it go to Beterbiev? Does it go to Billy for their fight against each other?
Well, I think when
hard.
Beterbiev is on his way out, he'll switch focuses to Billy.
Yeah, I think Billy should fight Canelo if Canelo doesn't retire, because I think Billy could beat Canelo. I think he's
He'll
gonna
knock him. He'll spark him. He'll knock him out.
You got him knocking him out. That's
Just
a big claim.
He would have to. He would have to keep like his like kind of air of like just power or whatever. He would have to put Canelo down.
I mean, I think in Billy. So the thing about Billy is, I don't see. I've heard some people on here say he has a bad gas tank. I don't see that. I see him fighting 100% every single round. I've never seen him really slow down.
I think it's just because he gets hit. That's probably why. So, like, if you can get to a battle of attrition and just keep hitting him, eventually he might get worn down because you're hitting him too much. And even in his last fight, that guy who he was fighting, like, he pieced him up a couple times, and then Billy had to like reset himself.
Yeah, but the thing about Billy too is like that is 100% tenacity. Like everything he throws is to hurt you.
Yeah, it's gonna knock your block off.
He don't know a soft punch. He don't know what touch is. He's just swinging for the fences.
See, that's what Canelo used to try to be before. Again, his gas tank, he actually has problems, so he can't keep that up. But running into Billy, that's a guy who can actually keep that up. So you actually have to hit him a lot.
Charles said, "In Billy, all gas, no brakes."
It's true. It's true. You got to really like knock his block off for him to kind of stop. But so tough call.
And you got to look at it like this: like him and Morrell right there. Morrell might have left to evade fucking Billy.
This is what I'm saying. It's like because Billy was like you said, number one in like I think the WBA actually. So,
and that's another thing too. Like Morrell always comes in super big, like Haney compared to his opponents. He's not going to be bigger than Billy.
Well, Morrell's like a cruiserweight when he fights.
Yeah, he is.
Like just straight up. I don't know why he just doesn't go to cruiserweight. It'd make more sense.
Well, he's only 6. Well, you know, the day of the short fighters is pretty much gone to the wayside. So he's only 6'1". So you got to figure all the cruiserweights nowadays. Go ahead.
That's pretty average for a cruiserweight. Well, because
they're about 6'3" plus now. Like most of your cruiserweights are small heavyweights.
That's true. Well, because I'm thinking of like Breedis is not that tall. I thought Opataya was like
6'2".
I thought he was 6'2", 6'1", something like that.
Let me see. Opataya is
Reactor is like 6'4". Yeah, Reactor is like 6'4".
Yeah, I'm looking at Opataya. Then you have Okoli, who's like 6'4".
No, Okoli's tall. Okoli's like
taller than 6'4".
Yeah, I think he's like 6'6" or 6'7" or something. He's like AJ size.
Let's see. How tall are you, Lawrence? I thought it was 6'4", 6'5". So in the middle of what we said. But that dude's style is horrible. Like,
listen,
man, just need to go to MMA. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just need to go to MMA. That dude's all about wrestling.
That clinching, man, is terrible.
Don't forget, hit the thumbs up if you're listening. What's going on, Stoic Slugger? Welcome. Let's see. Charles is back. All right, we got to talk about other fights that's on this card with Crawford. You know what? I want to hear y'all see about the Crawford fight. Who do y'all think wins that fight and how? I haven't watched the guy. I've literally never seen the dude he's fighting fight. I just hear a lot of good things about him.
Oh, Madrimov?
Yeah, I've never seen him fight.
Yeah, he's solid.
Who did he fight again?
He's not gonna beat Crawford, but he's
did he
solid.
fight Liam Smith, if I'm not mistaken?
I don't think he fought Liam Smith.
No, he fought a dude who was like 25-0 in his last fight, if I remember correctly.
I thought he fought Liam Smith, but people thought Liam Smith beat him because the fight was in Russia, but it just or am I confusing him for?
I'm
I might
I
be
looking
think
up
confusing him
it's
for
way
the
too
other.
many of these Madrimals, Makhmudovs, all these. So you might be getting
Kurbanov.
confused.
Kurbanov is who he beat. That's who was 25-0. Kurbanov was
Yeah,
a good
that's the
fighter. I've
dude.
seen him fight. I've seen Kurbanov fight,
I
but
think he fought Michelle Soro
he
actually.
did.
With
He
the
got a
French
draw.
man.
He got a
Yeah,
draw with Thor.
He's a
because
solid
Soro.
fight. It's a solid fight for Crawford to go up to fight for a title.
Yeah,
Let's just
it's a
say that.
style he also hasn't seen in a while since he fought whatchamacall, the Ukrainian guy.
Oh, you're talking
Kavalas-
about Mean Machine, Kavalasquez?
Kavalasquez.
No, Polstal.
Oh, Victor
Oh
Postol.
he doesn't fight like Postol. Madrimov does not.
Well,
fight
no,
like
I'm just
Postol.
saying it's like the Eastern European style.
Oh, if that's not because I've seen Madrimov, I've seen 3 of his fights. If he attempts to even fight like Postol, he getting up out of there in like 4 rounds.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I still have Bud winning, but
And he
yeah.
looks bigger than him. Did you see the face off?
No, I didn't see it.
I've seen Madrimov before, like since
Who looks bigger,
2020.
Crawford or Masvidal?
Oh, Crawford looks like
Yeah,
he's fucking
like-
massive next to him.
Madrimov, he's been compared to Triple G in terms of style.
Okay,
looks.
let's see face-off image.
But that
But he has
face
a,
off,
he has a puncher's
Jesus.
chance. I'll give him that.
Crawford looks way bigger than him.
He has a puncher's chance.
Oh no, he has a puncher's chance, but he also has a puncher's chance because Crawford is also moving up. But
That's also true, yeah. So it's like,
but if you look at them side by side, like when they did the face to face, and then Crawford was slick too, because Crawford did the old I'm gonna give you a dap and I'm gonna hug you, try to size you up type shit.
29.
Yeah, Crawford's definitely bigger than him.
So he's 29 years old. I was looking up to see how old he was. So he's got the age.
Yeah, he's a
on
young
his
boy.
side.
you
I
said
don't
it's
know,
29?
like, This is going to be the litmus test for Crawford to see if he's just gone up too far or if he can survive at 154. I still,
think
in
he's
my
gonna-
hearts of hearts, I don't think Crawford can beat Tim Tszyu. I really don't think he can beat Tim.
I think he'll get Tim on points because Crawford ain't no slouch. But he's got to fight him soon. He can't be no 39. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, take 2-3 years off. If he
That's
gets
also
him
right.
now, cool.
Because he hasn't, I mean, again, he hasn't shown like he's lost a step yet, but it's like, it just may be a time when he just gets old overnight.
It's not even just that can be true also, but you got to look how it's happening. Like, he's trying to stay active, but yet he can't stay active. And then if he takes some shit in between to stay active, they want to say some dumb shit because, like, he was supposed to be doing this shit with Errol Spence, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, he wasted a year. Well, he wasted almost a fucking year waiting for this fucking rematch because he's contracted, he's obligated to do
get
that
out
shit.
the contract. That's what he was waiting on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So all this kind of shit is bad in his favor. But if he was to stay active and people was like, oh yeah, well, let's fight, that would be great.
Yeah, because he's also, Crawford's 38, right?
Nah, he's 36, 35. But he's up
He
there
got to be
though.
36. He got to be 36 at
I
least.
thought he was
He's
37.
pushing.
I thought he was like in his late 30s.
He is
Yeah,
36.
well, anything after 35 is you in your lates.
Yeah, I just looked up. He's 36.
So, yeah, so he, what do you call it?
But he's not like a worn out 36. Like,
That's
you know
what I
what
was
I'm
about to say. Yeah, he hasn't had like so many wars,
saying? Shit, I don't think he's had a war yet.
And I mean, I guess it's good for him that he just kept moving up in weight as he gotten older. So it's sort of like he will eventually just be, or he is eventually at, like, I guess his best fighting shape. It doesn't take too much out of him from like dropping weight.
Has anybody seen the
Nah,
picture of
he's
Crawford when
fit.
he was at Thanksgiving and he stepped on the scale and this motherfucker was 177? Has anybody else seen that picture, or am I the
I
only
don't
one?
see
But
that at all. Hold on. What year was he? I mean, what month was he born? Because Slugger saying, I'm looking at it. He's 36 years old. When was he born? Hold
I thought he was 37. Yeah.
if
No,
he's
he's 36.
36, I'm 20.
I don't
He
know
was
what
born
month.
September
in
29th is his
80.
birthday.
He was born in 86, 87.
He was born in 87. He'll be
In September.
37 this year, but I don't know what month he was. Oh, he's born in September. So he's got a while.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I knew he was like. I thought he was like pushing 37. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, at the end of this year, he'll be 37. But I mean,
He's walking into a good situation though to try to unify at 54 because it's the interim and the WBA.
The interim, what interim title?
WBO.
Oh, interim WBO. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Oh my
they're
God.
letting
But that's
Fedor keep that WBO strap.
that just ruins things, man. First of all, I'm really upset with the WBA because they're having interim belts again, interim title fights. They
Yeah, they're
just could
supposed
not.
to be consolidating shit.
They could not get over themselves, man. They couldn't
They
do it.
love spamming belts.
well, I
They
want to
love-
know. I want to know who Fundora is about to fight. Is he about to fight Errol Spence?
Nah,
We don't
Fundora for they gave him what they gave him a 10-month recess for a fucking broken nose, and Tim Zoo was on his next card coming up. Like that's some bullshit.
Oh, I didn't know that. So he's got no fight coming up.
Nah, he can because if you look at it, like you don't want to say PBC's doing the dumb shit, but they are doing the dumb shit because
Yeah.
for him to get that 10-month Zoo, okay, first off, that fight was a great fight. Zoo probably, them stitches was crazy. He actually had staples.
Yeah,
But then you got Fundora who had a busted lip and a broken nose. It don't take 10 months for a broken nose. I've seen NBA players come back off of like 3 to 4 weeks and put the face guard on and play with a fucking broken nose.
right.
So 10 months for a broken nose? Nah, that's just them being petty. Because
Yeah, the WBO should have stripped him. Once
But that's
He
and
will
that's
get
that's the
stripped if he
one thing
doesn't
though.
fight. Yeah.
That's the one thing that they're saying. That's why they're fighting for the interim. Because if Fundora tries to pull that stupid shit, they're gonna strip him of the WBO. He'll just have the WBC. That's why they.
Yeah,
That's why they
I
do.
don't like that though. I don't like that because I feel like Tim Zoo should get the first shot at Fundora for the rematch. Like, I don't like that. I feel like if you lose your title, you should get a rematch.
Yeah, but a 10-month fucking recess for a broken nose, like
But
that's
I don't
fucking
think-
excessive.
They didn't put a rematch clause in his contract, I think,
I know they didn't. Like,
which is also dumb.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're the champion, I guess you should always just have a rematch clause there.
Right.
But in
But
this
it's
case,
not like Zoo didn't
His
want it though.
management team really screwed up because Tim Zoo went into that fight blindfolded.
yeah,
Yeah, because
There was a
that was
lot of
last
things
minute
against
shit.
him in
He
this.
went into that fight twice blindfolded. Because remember, he was supposed to fight Erickson Lubin. Lubin
Yeah.
backed out.
yeah,
Thurman stepped in. Okay, catch weight. I'm training for him. And then they threw motherfucking Fundora at him.
mm-hmm. He should have just pulled out.
Yeah, I should have left PPC. But oh well.
I don't know who.
I like the
who
fact that he's
was-
free smoke because he didn't give a fuck who was coming his way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he was beating the hell out of fucking Fundora.
yeah, but the end result was he got beat up and lost his title.
No, yeah, that's the end
Yeah.
result. But that also, you can also blame his corner for that because as soon as that shit was leaking in his eye, you could have easily been like, you know what, 5th, 6th round, stop it. Because Zoo was already ahead on them cards.
Right.
That's his corner. They could have stopped it. But if you watch the
Yeah,
fight, Zoo was
don't
like, nah,
they,
don't stop it. I'm gonna keep fighting. Same thing with Fundora. He was bleeding crazy.
It would have been an
nose.
accidental. Yeah, I just would have won the scorecard. Well, what
Yeah,
was
it
the
was-
scorecards on the fight? Who was
At the
winning?
end
I mean,
or if there
up
was-
until
After
the
4,
fight.
yeah, they should have stopped it.
Yeah, after
They
4, they
know
could have
they're
stopped
going
it and
to
it would have
come
went to
back.
Zoo. Even
Well,
if anything
should've
after
just
4, they
been
could have stopped it.
That
At
was
the
no
end, at the
count.
end.
If I would have been Tim Zoo at the 4th round, I'd been like, I can't see. Scorecard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I'll
was
take the
mean.
draw.
That was a
Keep
mean
the
one.
belts.
That was a mean cut. But I'm not even mad at the fact at the aftermath of it because if he gets stripped, that's cool. Fedora only has the WBC. That means the WBO, the WBA, whoever fights that fight, they get that shit. Fedora is not gonna fight. If Bud beats Majidov, which I think he will, he's not gonna fight Crawford, which means he's gonna have to dump the WBO. And
Why
then
would he
step
fight
with the WBC. Oh, my fault. Go ahead, Tony.
No, I was just asking, why do you think he wouldn't fight Crawford?
Because they don't want him to fight Crawford. Why do you think they gave him a 10-month extension for a broken nose? Because Crawford exercised his shit for the WBO.
Yeah, I know.
And that's when they pulled that dumb shit. So that's when they went the WBA route. And then plus you also got the Turk back in fucking Crawford.
Yeah, but I don't think Fundora would allow himself to get stripped.
He's got 2 titles. He only would lose one. He's got the WBC and the WBO. So he would only lose the WBO.
I guess he would.
They also
technically
might throw
still
more
be-
money at him for winning
Yeah, but that's because they're on the same side of the street. And,
because they might try to
and
have
Spence
him
ain't,
fight
Spence ain't got no hardware.
Yeah.
So if you let Bud, say if Bud fights Madrimov, he gets the WBA and he has the interim. Okay, cool. Now you got to throw that motherfucking Fundora in there with him. He gets that. That's two belts less on your side of the street because PBC is still playing that side of the street bullshit while everybody else is off the
It's not
court.
gonna work. It's just people are leaving, man.
Yeah,
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying look at it
Yeah.
from the PBC side. PBC is on the outside looking in. These niggas gotta play fair right now. Like they're forced to kind of mix and mingle. Look at the card that the Turk got coming up right now. They're kind of forced. It's like you want to make money or you don't.
Right. And I don't know how much Amazon Prime's actually pumping into them.
I don't think they last
Probably
through
nothing.
2024 with
Nothing.
Amazon with the card that they talking about. That shit is
There's
gonna
nothing. There's
flop.
nothing that they can. And plus,
I don't
because
know
it's
if the Premier
it's
did
pay
this, so
per view on
I don't
Amazon.
think Amazon's giving them a budget.
It's
just
not even a
distribution.
budget. It's that even if you gave them a budget, look at their past, right? They don't even
Yeah.
make the fights that they can make on their side of the street.
Right.
And then they don't want to fucking work with nobody else. So when the Turk threw
Yeah, I
that
mean,
fucking
how do
offer
you
out, like
expect
we're
to
gonna
make
do
a-
this,
a
this, and this, and this, they're kind of backed into a corner because it's
Right.
like you're gonna lose the network that you just got with, and I don't think they're gonna last until 2025 on Amazon. I think that's just gonna get cut short by like Thanksgiving. Because that card that they got now with Tank, look at the bullshit they trying to do now with Tank.
Yeah.
Now all
Yeah.
of a sudden him and Floyd are beefing after Ryan and fucking Devin just did almost a million
1.2.
pay-per-views on.
No, they did 1.2.
That's what I'm saying. Now
Yeah.
watch Ryan's watch Tank's numbers after this. Because he's not gonna even come close. He's gonna get right back to where he's normally at. He's gonna be what, 230?
Well, that's the thing. Here's the thing about it, right? If Tank does bad numbers, okay, then you really got to say all that shit about Tank is the face of boxing. I'm sorry,
Out the window.
Ryan a bigger star than you because all you got to do is put a dancing partner in there with Ryan, and he gonna do $1 million plus because this will be the second time.
It wasn't even a dancing partner. Listen, everybody was saying Devin is the most boring fucking fighter on planet,
Right,
and that shit did over $1 million.
right.
Look at Tank's average numbers: 200K, 210 at best. He did
Right.
1.2, and now he's the face of boxing. And then they all were saying, "Oh well, Ryan's never sold the pay-per-view in his life." What does Ryan? This is his second pay-per-view.
Yep, and he did 1.2.
What can they say about his star power? This motherfucker sold over $1 million twice.
Yep.
So you know who sold that fight. That's not Tank. I'm waiting for a Tank motherfucking fan to say some dumb shit so I can cook him. Like, just stop the dumb shit. And then immediately, as soon as the numbers came out, what happens? Him and Floyd all of a sudden is beefing. Oh, fucking Tank got sugar in his tank and yada yada yada. And da, 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 da. Like, come on, nobody got time for that dumb shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Like,
thought he was supposed to be peaceful now since becoming a Muslim. What happened?
He ain't even Muslim. He's still Tank. He ain't Abdul Wasim or whatever the fuck his
I
damn
thought
name
he
was.
What was he? What was his Muslim name again? I forget.
Abdul some shit. He ain't that. They
Yeah.
still call him Javante.
you're right. All the news articles say Javante. You're right.
Exactly. He over there eating a hot
What happened?
salami
You
and
was-
bacon sandwich. Eating the
That's
opposite
what
of what
I'm saying.
Muslims are supposed to be eating.
Thank you.
Yo, I got a question to ask y'all. Do you think Errol is fighting this year?
Who?
Errol, do you think he fights
Good,
this year?
Ooh.
In spite of what happened?
I think he fights Fundora.
What
No, but is he fighting
oh,
this
you
year,
talking about
though?
with him with Derek James?
Yes.
If he's fighting Fundora this year, he gonna have to. He gonna have to pick a trainer.
Yeah.
Well, that's the question that hasn't been like addressed. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. Who can he move on to next?
Yeah,
Shit, there's a bunch of trainers out there. I mean,
probably Ronnie Shields.
ooh, that would still be you know what? That's not a bad one, but that's still like that's kind of in house because don't Ronnie train? Who Ronnie trains? Is it Mel or Maul?
No, here's the thing though. I think Frank Martin is being
Can I
trained
get
by
some hot sauce and ranch?
he's trained by Derek, is he not?
Oh, Frank Martin.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's trained. Frank Martin's
he's
with Derek
trained.
James.
He's trained by Derek James, but he's managed by Errol Spence.
Yeah, he's with Man Down Promotion.
Yeah. So there's a little complex thing going on between him and Derek, and who knows if that could affect the relationship between Frank and Derek. Being that he's being owed money.
Well, if Frank is paying him, that shouldn't be an issue, at least to me. Like, okay,
Right.
your promoter owe me bread, but that ain't got nothing to do with you making your bread because you gonna pay me.
Hmm.
So I don't see that being a big issue, at least to me. I mean, that's just on the outside looking in.
Yeah, man.
I could see it causing some kind of friction though between Frank and Spence, but it shouldn't. This is his biggest fight.
I'm gonna tell you where Spence needs to go. Ben Davison.
I don't think he's going to relocate to England.
Bet Davidson for who?
For Earl Spence.
He wouldn't relocate to England, I don't think.
He needs somebody, yeah, because just like he said, I don't see him wanting to come to the States.
Well, Ben
But
tried.
anybody Ben Davidson works with, they're all out in the UK, like Fury, all them motherfuckers. They're there. He's not. I don't see him coming to the States unless you plan on
If you remember, he was
paying
coming,
his ass something hefty.
Ben was coming to the States for Devin Haney.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Maybe.
I don't know.
I think he's just way too UK based because AJ is still there, and then I think it would make more sense. It would take Spence going to the UK, and it'd probably be good for him to do that. He needs to get away from the States, possibly.
Do you know what it would do to Ben Davidson's career if he took on Earl Spence and Earl started winning again?
Oh man, he'd be in the picture of like one of the best coaches, possibly. Be a coach of the year if Errol Spence starts winning. That'd be crazy.
I'm gonna tell you though, like you put a good fighter with Ben Davison, that's a hard fighter to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, just look at AJ.
I think the jury is still out with AJ. I mean, we're all like,
No,
people
it's
are
pretty
basing
much
this.
official.
I mean, but we're still basing this off of him being Ngannou.
Yeah, I mean, many people were picking AJ.
I still
under
think
the
Joseph
pressure.
Parker will give AJ problems.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yo, speaking of Parker, you seen the music videos he's been doing?
No, I haven't.
Really?
No, I haven't seen any of his videos.
Yo, what?
What kind of music is he doing?
You just gotta watch it. I don't even want to spoil it for you. Like he did one to Dillian White, and then I think what was the second one? The AJ. Yeah, I believe the second music video he did was the AJ. The first one was to Dillian White.
Oh wow.
That shit is hilarious. And what I hate is I can't play it because if I play this is what I don't understand about my channel, right? Other channels on YouTube can play videos, monetize, and play the whole damn video during their whole damn live, right? If they don't get flagged, it's cool, it flies, it's good. But if I play a snippet of a video for 2 seconds, I get flagged.
Oh man.
Hey
What
Charles,
was that? Yo,
I'm telling you, next big fight, I'm going to it. I might even come to New York. Like, I don't know, the next East Coast one. I might go to it, man.
You got to.
Yeah.
Most likely be at the Barclays.
I just want to see what it's like with all these other YouTube celebrities, all these other YTVC people. Whenever they see me live in HD, 4K TV, OELD, let's see what it's like.
We'll see who would be the next. I don't even know who would be the next big fight at Barclays. Actually,
I don't know. I have no idea.
yeah.
Shit. What the fuck? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
Yeah.
now. Hey, Kelvin, I don't agree with that. AJ couldn't knock him out the first time.
Yeah, I don't think he would do it now because again, people are just hyping him up again because he knocked out Ngannou. I
Does
still
it
think
sound
AJ.
clear though?
What was you say?
No, I said, does it
Yeah,
sound clear? Or does it sound like it's
yeah.
like faded?
I can hear you
No,
clearly.
you tell you. You
Yeah,
sound
you're
fine now.
clear. We can hear
Oh,
you.
all right, cool. Yeah, I switched up. I just bought some Bluetooth joints. I'm not familiar with these shits. I usually use the wire joints. All right, cool. Now you said you want to go to the next fight that's in the city.
Yeah, man.
The next fight that's coming up is Shakur at the Prudential.
Nah,
Oh, yeah. Well, that's in Jersey. Yeah, no,
Well,
I-
it's the same thing. It's like a train ride away.
that's
I
fair.
ain't going,
Like
I ain't
20
going
minutes.
to a fight unless he's fighting Tank. That's the only way I'm making that drive.
Yeah,
Listen, Tony, you ain't missing nothing, honestly. And I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. These YouTube dudes, I had a couple of them fall in my lap. These niggas are suckers. Don't waste your time at the fight. Go to the fight and enjoy the fight. And if you see them, if you want to pull up on them, you can do that. But leave them niggas alone. Them niggas will fuck around and call the police on you.
Nah, I ain't gonna do nothing to him. I ain't gonna do nothing to him. I just want to see what happens when we lock eyes. I bet you they're gonna be like, "Oh, what's
Oh,
going
I'm
on,
gonna tell you
man?
exactly what
Come
happened.
on, man. I'm gonna be your best friend. How you
Talk
doing?"
about it, Chuck.
I can tell you exactly what happens. I done ran into one, two. I ran into four of these motherfuckers. Two in the guard, no, three in the guard, one at the Barclay.
Hmm.
Oh, Charles, did you go to the Garcia Haney fight or Haney
No,
Garcia fight?
I thought it was gonna get canceled. I should have went, but
Uh,
the city was crazy that night because the Knicks played Philly that night.
yeah,
They beat
yeah,
Philly,
yeah.
they
That's
beat
right. It was a
Philly,
crazy.
and then as soon as that game was finished, the fucking main event started. So it was crazy in New York that night.
Yeah.
But I was going to go to that fight card, and when fucking Garcia started doing all this dumb shit, I'm like, man, I'm not paying for these fucking tickets. They fuck around, cancel it, then I got to fight with these niggas, motherfucker, get my money back.
Oh, you wouldn't have got
I'm
your
not
money back.
going through that shit.
Yeah, you wouldn't have got it back. They'd have been like, nah, they already said Barbosa.
Yeah, they would have tried to comp me for some dumb shit, or I was gonna take a loss. I was like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm not doing it.
I mean, they was about to give them shit for free on fight night, but
Yeah,
Osprey
but
already said
the
that
way
they
that shit
sold out
swung around, man, that shit ended up being sold out.
because they had to sell them cheap. It's like,
But I was like, nah, I'm not taking that chance. The tickets that I was looking at, I was going to sit like kind of by media and kind of by like the walkway. So that was like anywhere between $800 to like $1,200. I'm not gonna spend that kind of money and then the fight get canceled and then I gotta deal with these motherfuckers. Like, nah.
see, I was never under the impression that that fight was going to get canceled. That fight was always going to go down because it was just too much money on the table.
Nah, it was the fucking New York State Athletic Committee. These motherfuckers was like, yo, he needs to be checked. He needs to do this. I was like, oh hell no, I'm not spending.
Nah, because the thing is, I think Ryan threatened to sue them if they were ever going to do that because I don't think it's in their bylaws that they do mental evaluations. It's mostly just physicals that they do. Like they don't have a shrink in hand to evaluate Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, if that's the
And all
case.
that
Yeah.
wind up being it was just a bunch of smoke and mirrors. All that stupid shit he was saying about he's watching kids get raped. He got touched. Like, nah. I mean, it was just just a crazy way, desperate way to promote the fight. And if it sold a lot of pay-per-views like I'm hearing, then shit, man, that dude is diabolically genius. Like,
Dude, the first number I saw was 972,000, and then Tony said it was over 1 million. I was like, that's all I needed to hear. Those are some high numbers.
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw.
because if they're claiming that they're making $30 to $50 million each, then that means that that was a major upside in pay-per-view sales.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, would have had to been like, let's do
I wonder
this.
if he bet on himself too. Imagine him betting on himself.
How
Was he
much
the underdog going into that fight?
was that?
Was Ryan the underdog going into that fight?
Of
Yes,
course.
he was.
But do you know what
Ryan
the
was a
like?
fucking.
Do you know what
Ryan
the split was for him being an underdog?
I could tell you right now, I could give you numbers right off the rip. When the fight first kicked off, and I'm mad I didn't bet on it, Ryan was plus almost 900. Devin was minus 1010. Which is
Whoa.
like they was giving Ryan no fucking chance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
then for the decision or a knockout, if you played anything, you would have made some money on that shit. Just if you bet on Ryan. And I'm mad at myself because anytime I see anything in those kind of numbers, I'll play against the underdog just because I'll fuck some money up on some dumb shit. Like I'll fuck up $100 for a week on lunch, just easy. I'll fuck that off, and I'll
So
just play. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll make money off that just to play.
real fast. So if they did 1.2 even, right? I just went 1.2 even. and-
Also, my bad, Tony. They did 33 million at the gate
okay, hold on.
between concession and ticket sale.
Yeah, I got you. So if they did 1.2, it's 69.99 what the pay-per-view was. That's 83 million. Well, might as well say 84. Might as well say they meant $84 million on pay-per-view because it's right at 84. It's not far off. So we'll just round up. So they made 84 million on pay-per-view, and then you said what, 33?
Yep, 33, 34 million at the gate.
Gosh, yeah. So yeah, they both can be getting what they said because I think Garcia's supposed to get 50 million, Haney's supposed to get 30.
Mm-hmm. That's about right.
Bro, Usyk is gonna get beat up so bad. It's not even. You're gonna be crying for like
This motherfucker
10 days.
segued to Usyk real quick. But where's that fight happening at? Where's it? Is it? It's a Saudi, right?
Yeah.
Man. That's a long
Kelvin
program
is
by
going
itself.
to be crying for like 10 days, 10 nights straight.
What
Because
did
this
they say?
ain't even gonna be competitive.
Devin made 30 and Ryan made like 50 or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, you would have thought the champion would have made more money.
Nah, but you got to figure. Also, they remember when they did the negotiations. He had to they did the whole Ryan is the A side bullshit, yada yada yada. He's coming up. Dev was coming up, and all that other stupid shit. It was a bunch of dumb shit that people didn't pay attention in between. Just like when he missed the weight. They went back and negotiated. Okay, well, 500,000 a pound, yada 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 yada. They settled on that shit. Like it was a whole bunch of stupid shit in between that fight that they fucking agreed to. So, end of the day, blame that on Devin. He wanted to take the fight. He wanted. He accepted the weight. He accepted the money. Whatever.
Yeah.
Ryan's
I
the A
mean,
side.
he
Okay, cool.
put up
You're
the
the A
bet.
side. Whatever.
Yeah. He set up that bet not knowing what was going to happen to him, man. What he was giving up. Like he basically, in hindsight, it kind of looked like he sold his own for that 1.5 million.
Well,
Yeah.
here's what I love. If my son boxes, he's only, well, I shouldn't say ages. He's almost as big as me, and he's very young. Very, very young. Hasn't even reached over the age of 10. Not even the age of 8. He's younger than that. And he's almost as tall as me. So my son would be a heavyweight, so I ain't got to worry about nobody missing weight. So I'll never be in that circumstance with him.
Nah, he might get the weight late. You never know. You never know how your kids are gonna fill out.
Nah, he gonna be a heavyweight.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying he might not be a heavyweight early. He might be 160, 170, like going into high school.
I'm
Like,
telling you right
he
now,
might
Charles.
hold that weight.
Trajectory he's already on. This boy is gonna be like 6'4" by the time he's 10.
Dude, I'm 6'3". I got a 13 and a 14-year-old coming up. They 12 and 13, but they'll be 13 and 14. They're both 5'10". I'm 6'3". I'm just saying they weight, not their height. Their height, you can't stop the height. It's high metabolism. Metabolism might slow down. You don't know what their weight will be, but you know what you'll get a good trajectory about their height. Like me, it took me a long time to get tall. Like when I got to high school, I think I was like 5'6". I didn't notice I was tall until like my junior year. I was like 5'11", whatever, and I ended up hitting 6'3". These motherfuckers is already at 5'10". I wasn't 5'10" at that fucking age. Are you nuts?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know how they'll fill out, but just looking at their height, I'm like, damn, and they only a year off.
Could have the Dennis Rodman. Wasn't Dennis Rodman like still short and until he
He
got to
was-
college?
He was 5'9" in college.
Yo,
And then hit a
just
fucking 10-inch spurt.
that is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
You know how bad your bones gotta hurt to grow?
Dude, he had growing pains that probably like lasted a whole year.
Same thing with Michael Jordan. Wasn't he like 5'10" in high school?
I think he was like
before he went to
5'11",
college, and then he
or like
6'6".
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's
They don't make
nuts.
people like they used to, man.
I don't know, man. That's got to be a great feeling, though. Just imagine going to bed. Just
But see,
imagine
this is the problem because now these dudes are going over to Turkey to get that corrective, like that height surgery.
Yeah, on their knees. But
What the hell is that?
the shin bone, they extended.
Yep.
Wait, whoa! There's a surgery for that?
Yeah. This
These
limb lengthening.
cheating motherfuckers.
Yo, it's about damn time.
This
It's about damn
fucking game
time.
is dirty.
Yo, Charles, think about this, right? It's about damn time that we could cheat as men. Like, look at all the BBLs and everything else that's been going on for years. Now it's about time we can lengthen these damn short bones.
So these motherfuckers over here risking to break their kneecaps to be tall
Bruh,
because like, do
literally,
your
you're
bone?
not
Wait,
gonna be
wait.
able to run for like you're not gonna be able to run right for like a long time, and then your bones are a little bit more brittle.
That
but
was my question was going to be. Is
at least
like,
you're 6'6",
how does it,
right?
Like,
So
how does that work? Like, if your bones,
no,
do
I
they
mean
snap you?
it
Like,
takes
you
like a
can't do
full
nothing
year
physical
for you
like
to
a year or
heal.
some shit.
It takes a full year for you to heal, and then you'll kind of walk funny for a little bit, but then you'll start to have a normal gait.
Shit. You got people out here with the Forrest Gump
So,
braces on their fucking legs.
I'm gonna be
Pretty
honest
much.
with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. This shit would have been out whenever I was like 16, 17, as the only man in my family under 6 foot tall. If this shit would have been out whenever I was young, I'd have done this shit in a heartbeat, but I'd have gone all out with it, my dude. I'd have done my forearms, my bicep, my shin, and my fucking thigh bones. Like,
why you gonna, Tony? You should not be full out cheating. You see how you make up for
I would
your.
have been so proportional.
You see how you fill out.
But see, that's the
this
problem.
is why you're not tall.
It's
Because
not
you-
proportional.
Exactly, because you fill out
it
right.
can't be.
You got weight to you.
Charles, if I did this shit and I was 6'6" to 6'8", do you realize I'd be a 400-pound man?
No, you wouldn't be. But you
No,
would
you wouldn't
probably
be.
be. You would probably be the weight you are, and it would fill out right because you're fucking tall. But
Your
being that
legs,
you're like
your legs will just be like tremendously long.
yeah.
Bro,
But the
I'm
fact that
telling
you got blessed with the right dynamics for your size,
Charles,
And your knees
I
won't
am-
support it.
listen.
especially the way you want to squat.
I am 5'11", 252. If I was
Yeah, 252.
if I was 6'6" to 6'8", I would be 400 fucking pounds.
No, you wouldn't because your weight would balance you out. This is why this is why your weight fills your height.
But we're talking about with the limb lifting, Tony. With
Yeah,
the limb
like if you
lifting,
talk about
would
this
not be
whole
400
limb
pounds.
shit, you fuck around and snap your kneecaps.
Your bones wouldn't be able to support it.
It would, because I carry so much fucking muscle that I don't need joints. My muscle is gonna move my bones.
Yeah, well, if you was fucking 6 something in the weight that you be wanting to lift, you gonna break them bitches.
So wait a second. Actually, no. I might give him the benefit of the doubt because he could be like kind of sumo wrestler status. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
I wouldn't give him sumo because he's in shape.
No, but I'm saying if he wants to be like 400 pounds.
I'm telling you, I
Yeah,
would look
but
like a fucking
okay,
mountain.
Shaq is 7'2" and he was considered fat at 320.
Yeah, but I carry a lot of muscle. So imagine me like
But Shaq did too in his early days.
Yeah, but we
Yo,
talking about
Shaq's best weight was 7'2" when he first came into the league. Like,
but what I'm saying is
260.
you're talking about me increasing my height by 7 to 9 inches. Like, do you know how much fucking weight is gonna come with that 7 to 9 inches?
How big you
But
want to be? You
this
want to
is
be the
you
dude from the
saying
longest yard?
this is
like
you
who
talking
was
about like
snapping the hit bag?
18. So 18 OU, but with limb lengthening surgery. I
Yeah.
mean, hopefully, when did you stop growing? Do you know, or do you remember?
Yeah, I've stopped growing in like the 6th grade.
Oh
Oh,
damn!
so you was
okay.
tall.
So
You was
the
tall
tallest
early
kid?
then.
No. See, let me tell you what happened. This is what I believe happened.
Nah,
This
I
is why
ain't know what's happening. You
No,
said you
I'm about
stopped
to
at
tell you.
6th grade. That
Let me
means
tell
you was
you
the
why.
5'11". You was the
why.
bully.
No, listen to me. Listen to me. From like 6th grade and below, right? I was the tallest kid in every picture, right? But my fucking dad fucked around, put me on Ritalin, and I quit fucking growing.
Ritalin stumps your growth. I thought Ritalin just keeps you calm, and if you're not calm, it's the opposite. It'll make you
No,
hyper.
look it up. Look it up. It's one of the side effects, and obviously that's what happened to me because my fucking grandma's taller than me.
Oh damn! I thought Ritalin would, but for me, I'm thinking Ritalin keeps hyper kids calm, and
Yeah.
It
calm
does,
kids
but
it makes them
has side
hyper.
effects.
It always has side effects. It's like the reverse effect. But I didn't
Keeps
know it had nothing
What
to
about
do with
your?
your height, though.
Are your folks on your mom's side also tall?
my dude. I've got 2 cousins that play in the NFL. One was 6'6", one was 6'8".
Dang.
Well, at
Both
least you got the
sides.
weight. You got the
There's
weight though. You
nobody.
250.
There's nobody under 6 foot. Not one man. You can't find them. We're in a fucking desert. No oasis.
Hey man,
I don't
don't
know,
feel
man.
bad.
Maybe you
I
got
got
like
one
a.
little brother. All my brothers are 6 feet except for one. He's 5'7", 5.
You might
He
have
wants to say
a
he's,
like.
he says he's 5'8", but I
It
think
may
this
be
nigga's
the
5'5",
latent
but
Greek genes,
5'7".
man. Sometimes Greeks are small.
But he got weight to him though. He like 210. He a solid little nigga. That's
He's
what
a
all,
big little dude.
yeah, that's what I always tell him. I was like, "Oh, son, you got weight though. You know what I'm saying? You 5'7",
He's like
whatever. Everybody else
what's
is
his
over
thing?
6 foot,
Like
but
he's like
you a
Emmett
little
Smith size or something like that.
This nigga he a college refrigerator. He got size to him, but
Bruh.
as far as height, like a regular refrigerator. Like I try to reassure him. I'm like, yo, son, you good? You all right? Yo,
They
son,
call
yada
him the
yada yada. Nah,
fridge.
son, you a little
The
dude.
fridge.
I don't know, man. I feel like, yeah, I got the weight, but I'd rather have the height. Like,
Well,
fuck
Tony, you
the
could
weight.
still
Yeah,
get the
but you
limb lengthening
5'11",
surgery.
so you're not short.
You can get the limb. Well, if you're under 6 feet, according to these women, you're
Yeah.
short.
Well, can
You
a
gotta
woman
understand,
tell
Charles.
a
You gotta
woman
understand,
can't
Charles.
tell between
No,
5'10" and
girl.
6
There's something
feet?
called girl inches. They can't tell height.
Hell no. They'll be like, I'm 5'5". Oh no, you're this. Bitch, you
Yeah,
5'5" or 5 feet. How the fuck you gonna tell me I'm not 6 feet?
girl inches, man. They get it wrong all the time.
Nah, man, I don't lie. Like, it is what it is, man. I'm a fucking midget. I got
So,
it. I know
yeah,
it.
if you're 5'11",
I'm
yeah,
a midget.
to most women, you're like a hobbit.
5'11" is not
No,
a
man.
midget.
I'm not in that. I got two out of the 3 sixes. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 of them that I'm way above the 6s in.
But see,
But
that's
I
what I'm
don't
saying.
have
These
the 6
women,
foot. I don't have
want the
6 foot.
devil. They want the devil. They want
They do.
666.
Yep, they want the 666, and I'm above 2 of the 3, except for the height.
They want the
Fuck
devil,
the 2
man.
or the 3. They can't even tell the difference between the 1 or the 3.
That's true. Girl inches, man. They just don't know.
They can't tell
Like
shit. I had a girl
they
tell
could
me she was
have.
I had a girl 5'5". I met her. She had, I don't know what shoes, but I don't pay attention to the shoes because these chicks got 4-inch, 3-inch, 6-inch, whatever. And when I met her, I was like, "Yeah, you 5'9". She was like, "No, I'm some shit. And I said, what? I was like, bitch, I'm 6'3". And she was like, ooh. And she didn't know. And I'm like, really? And she was like, oh no, I had on a 4 or 5 inch heel. I was like, oh hell no. You out here. Like, you gonna sit here and try to argue with me about my height. I'm telling you my height and my weight, bitch. I'm that in
It's like, you
fucking
want to go to the doctors? You just
yeah, like bitch, I'm that and I'm barefoot like that.
But you understand what you just said? She had on heels.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They be living they'll live a whole lie, Tony.
Look, I got you. But look, it's time. You got them fucking lip things they do. You got the BBLs, you got the heels, you got the fucking push-up bras, you got the makeup. It's about time we get the leg extensions.
You ain't lying about
I still
that.
don't get it though.
But
I was
they
watching one
can't
guy.
they
He was
can't get
6
away
foot
with
and
that
he
shit.
became 6'6". I was like, God, dog, dude, that's crazy.
No, but you got a certain pair of pants that a girl will wear. She got her ass could be as
Oh
flat as
yeah,
a
all
fucking
their
bike seat, and then she got a fat.
clothes are like that. They
And then soon as
basically, you
you
just see the
as
crack
soon as you
all the
take
time.
as soon as you take the jeans off of her ass fall like a 60-year-old pair of titties. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Your yoga pants is the truth.
Oh
Same thing with the bra.
man.
I mean, it's called a push-up bra for nothing, man.
Wow,
Oh
some of
man.
these chicks' titties, them shits ain't pushing up, nigga. Them shits is bench pressing. Some of these
But
chicks
yeah,
is
man.
heavy. Some of them are heavy out here, dog.
I'm just gonna let you know, Tony, that women have depth perception issues. So they might look at you and they say, that, you know what, he's all right. You know, for 5'11", he looks a little tall for that. You know, so don't kick yourself.
Tony, just get your passport, bro. Go back to the motherland. You get all the honeys.
Go
yeah.
back to Greece.
Yeah, bro. You know Greek women.
Yeah. The thing is, though, is like I've seen some Greek girls that I like, but you gotta understand, like I don't like pale women. I like my women with some tan to them. I like seasoning salt.
You gotta go to the south, my brother. Then go to Cyprus.
This motherfucker Tony, I like my food that has some taste to it.
Some
That's why
seasoning.
that's why he's in Georgia.
Gotta have
That's
some
true.
Lowry's on it. You know, if it ain't no Lowry's on it, I don't really want it.
Yo, I'm
Fair enough.
gonna keep it all the way 100. I've been to Georgia 6 months down there combined maybe a year. I was in the state of Georgia between Atlanta, Canton, Marietta, Kennesaw, like dumb shit just for work. Half of the fast food chains down there, when I come back up here to try them, because I'm like, yo, the shit was fire down there. These shits is garbage up here. Like food down there in Georgia is different. There's nobody that can tell me be like, oh yeah, no, nigga, that shit is different. We don't have the same type of food that they got down there. We can have the same fucking fast food chains. It could be Cracker Barrel, fucking what do we have in common down there? They got Checkers. Checkers is different.
Mhm.
We don't have Zaxby's. We don't have Captain D's. We don't have none of that shit. But the
All
shit
right.
that we do have in common,
Mhm.
the South is shitting. Even if you Waffle House, like shit down in the South,
We don't have
shit's
Waffle
all
House.
over up here.
I've tried Racing Cane's, and then over here they opened up in Times Square, and I thought them shits was like ordinary.
Times Square, what? Raising Cane's?
Yeah,
Where the fuck did they put one of those at?
they just opened up last year.
No. I said where on Times Square because you got David Buster's, BBQs. Those are the
It's like-
that's 1 and 2.
I think it's like across the street from where MTV is at, the Viacom building. It's like on the when you go on.
Oh, okay.
south.
So it's on 6th Avenue where the ball drops at.
Exactly.
You ever been to Jollibee?
Yeah,
We don't
I
have
tried
one of those.
Jollibee.
No, we
I
have
tried-
Jollibee here.
You talking about a Filipino
No, I'm talking about New York.
Yeah. No, we have Jollibee in New York City.
That shit is garbage.
Really? You don't like it?
And that's my argument. You see, because have you ever been south to try all of them and then like to try it from down there?
I'm not
where
sure
like,
there's a Jollibee in the South though.
like
think.
where it originates, and then like come up
Well,
north
no,
and
the
then try it.
Jollibees, no, that's from the Philippines. So I haven't been to the
No, no, no.
Philippines.
I'm thinking Jollibee from like California. It's like Pioneer.
No,
Oh,
this is a Filipino restaurant.
yeah, it's like Filipino. I don't know, Popeyes, I guess, or KFC.
Yeah.
That's not gonna make it in the city, especially if you from the Philippines and you come out here and you try that shit. That shit
No, they still eat it.
it's always a
But
fucking
it's not the
letdown.
same, of course. But
Yes.
most fast food restaurants abroad are better. Like when I was in England, the McDonald's there is like way better than the one in the U.S.
Oh hell yeah! Like all across. Like I was in Finland. Every fast food restaurant was better.
Yeah, KFC in Jamaica. Oh my gosh.
Dude, that's Jamaica, and you getting chicken. That's
Yeah.
okay. The same way you feel about that is exactly how I felt about every chain that I did not try in New Jersey or New York that I tried down south, and I was like, shit. Even fucking Five Guys, I was like, you know what? Ain't nobody fucking with Five Guys up top. Not only was it cheaper when I went to Atlanta, because if I go to eat by myself, I could easily eat $30, $40 up top.
Mhm.
Like up here, I could do that. Nick, dude, I took a bitch out, and that shit was like $23. I was like, yo, did you forget something? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was genuinely asking questions. And he was like, no, 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 no. You said you wanted large Cajun fries, this kind of burger, this kind of drink, da 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 da. $22. I said, get the fuck out. I was like, yo, you can keep 30.
Wow.
It's
Whoa,
different.
what happened? My shit muted. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good. You're good.
It self-muted itself. That was weird. I need all New Yorkers and Californians to stay the fuck out of Georgia because y'all motherfuckers are making it expensive here. So I need all y'all to come back. I'm gonna stay here, even though I'm from New York. I'm gonna stay here. I need all y'all to leave.
What I need y'all to do is get the fuck off the road after 6. Because y'all Georgians, as y'all want to call it, y'all fucking 4-lane highways stay packed until about 9 o'clock in the evening. I went down there from a job. They was like, oh yeah, we're about 30 minutes away from the airport. That shit took me almost 2 hours, and I had to take a mean shit. I should have shitted at the airport. That shit was supposed to take 45 minutes max. I went all the way
Is this the
from
real Bill Haney? That's what I want to know.
I went from
Oh,
all the way
you been
from y'all
talking all that
fucking.
shit about Devin.
Okay, what?
This can't be the real Bill Haney. Let me do it. Here's what I do. If this is the real
Got
Bill
the
Haney,
link.
let him get on. I'm dropping the link. You know what's funny? I messaged Bill Haney on IG. I'm not even gonna lie, on a different thing that's not linked to this account.
He
And
might
like the
be.
message came out fucked up. I meant to write with no disrespect, but it came out with disrespect. And I didn't see it, and I sent it. I like, oh shit. So I'm curious. Is this the real Bill Haney? That's what I want to know.
Might be
You could
making the rounds.
but you could like edit your
No,
IG
I
page.
can't. No, you can't. Because with Bill, he's got it set up to where you can't do shit unless he messes you back.
Oh wow. No,
Alright,
I
well,
mean
throw 'em on there,
on
see
your
what
end, you
happens.
could have edited it before, like even while you send it. It gives you some time to do that before it like stays that way.
I didn't even catch it. Like I was like, oh shit, that shit came out fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the real Bill Haney because the real Bill Haney will jump on people's panels.
What?
He'll jump on.
Well, you would never know till you try it.
He said, "I saw that message. Don't worry, I understand what you were saying." So I'm gonna tell y'all. I know this probably isn't the real Bill Haney, but this is what I did. I messaged Bill, and pretty much I said that because I said I ain't even got I don't even want no fame or popularity. You ain't got to pay me. I was like, yo, Devin clearly lacks punching power. The one thing that I'm good at is punching hard. Whenever I fought, I punch very hard. I can make a soul walk out of a body, literally. And shit, I messaged him all like, bruh, you can take a chance with some random dude online, and I can give y'all some ways because I know how to get real strong. You got to understand. The boxing mindset is stay away from the weights, but there's certain things you can do to make your body stronger and not gain weight. because you don't need to get big. You just need to get strong. That will increase that impact. So there's just some outside the box things that I know that I was
Wait,
like, yo.
if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Haney on Snack?
Yeah, he's with Victor Conte, but they're more of like a nutritional company, not so much like know how to get strong.
No,
That's
but
weird.
Tony, but you also gotta listen to when people be like, "Oh, he's fucking with Snack. He's contaminated. He's doing this." Okay, well, Dev's been on Snack for forever, and he's got the worst combination in boxing: bad chin and no punching power.
So this is what I wrote.
Yeah,
I don't think
he
it's gonna show
probably
up.
trying to contact you. Why
Yeah, I
not?
can't see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
All I can see is blue and white. But
I'm gonna read it to you. This is what I wrote.
but if he wants to try it out, let him try it out.
Nah, I put the link in there. I don't think that's the real Bill Haney though. Tell Charles to say he a bitch, then I click the link. What the fuck? I don't
Who?
even believe that's the real Bill. How would Bill
That's
Haney
not
know
him.
you, Charles? How would Bill know you?
I don't know. Shit, I probably smacked Bill and his son. I don't know. He said, "Admit I'm a bitch." Fuck it.
He just called himself a bitch, Bill. If that's you, he just said it again twice.
I'll be a bitch. I'll smack you after it, but whatever. If that'll
I
get you
swear,
on here.
if this is the real Bill, that shit would be hilarious if he hops on here. Anyways, I'm gonna read this text. This is what I wrote. With 83K followers, I doubt that you will see this. However, I spoke with you years ago on a YouTube channel called H Money. I have a small YouTube channel called Tony's Reviews, and I used to box as well. I wrote, I mean disrespect instead of I mean no disrespect. But I wrote, I mean disrespect when I say this. However, I think I can help your son increase his punching power by a lot. I'm not looking for a paycheck or fame. No one even has to know I helped. If interested, hit me back. That's all I wrote. But I said with disrespect instead of with no disrespect. That shit crazy. That shit wow.
Yo, Tony, I was just looking in the comment section, and this is how I know it's not the real Bill, because he was like, "You've been talking about Dev."
You said what?
He said I was talking about Devin. I like Devin. I said he got a bad chin and no hands, but I like him.
Boy, it's not the real Bill because you called
Yeah, it's
yourself
not the real Bill. That's not. Whoever the fuck is trolling, you
Yeah.
control something else. I got 2 sets you control
on. That shit's crazy though, man. Hold on, I'm trying to get.
It would have been funny though if I said, "Yeah, I apologize," and then he jump on this, troll baby looking ass nigga. Like, oh shit, he's up here.
Hold on, I want to see something. Let's go to channel. I can go. Oh no, fake. 3 subs. And it says at Haney Promotions though. The name join 523. The account's been around for a while, but I would think you would have a lot more subs than 3 if you were the real Bill Haney.
Yeah.
Did you see what was going on with Oscar and Eddie Hearn?
What's that?
Did you see what was going on with Oscar De La Hoya and Eddie Hearn? That Oscar just keeps on, like, I don't know if it's trolling, but keeps on, like, commenting on Eddie Hearn's post.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Oscar's going to get his fucking feelings hurt.
No, he did already. Because then he tried to come at Turkey Al Sheikh, and then Turkey Al Sheikh has a photo of Oscar, like, bowing down to him.
Oh,
but that's the crazy shit. It's because he fucks with Matchroom, and then Oscar wants to jump out the window talking about, oh, you need to leave the American. What did he say?
Boxing scene, basically.
Yeah, leave the American boxing scene to me and whatever. Yo, dude, you are partners with Matchroom. That's how you that's how you get your bread.
Not even. Does he know that he has a card that is billed by Jose Ramirez against Francis Barthélemy and Virgil Ortiz against Thomas Delorme? Like, he has no self-awareness?
No, he's feeling himself after this fucking, after this Ryan win.
He back on that powder. Man.
Yeah, so as soon as Tony, he literally said, "Yo, Eddie, leave it to us, American." What? yo, son, like you are attached to him. Like this is where your money comes from.
Yes.
Turkey dropped a DM on him, man. He was basically,
It's not even that he had to. The turkey dude didn't have to do that. It's like anybody who's a real boxing fan knows who's attached to what. You know what I'm saying? Like how things work. Yo, Golden Boy, you are attached to Matchroom. Matchroom is attached to the Zone. The Zone is
Yep.
attached to the Sheik.
Yep. I don't know.
Learn where you fall at in line, stupid.
Yeah,
Because
I
So
he's
now
didn't.
trying
you
to say,
That's
like you
stupid.
because
bite
Eddie
the hand
Hearn's
that
not a
feeds you.
boxer, that he should leave it to him to like, I guess, I don't know, save boxing or something like that. I don't know.
Is Golden Boy boxing going to save boxing? No. Everybody working together is going to save boxing. So
That's true.
you doing this dumb shit, all you doing is you biting the hand that feeds you. Wait, and then look at the card that he got coming into the States. Like, yo, this is my card. Don't fly to you don't have to fly to Saudi Arabia. Yo, come out here and fuck with us. He's definitely taking a loss paying for these fucking cards, but he doesn't care because he's a fucking billionaire.
Listen, Oscar's just a weird dude.
Yeah, he's back on it. Like when De La Hoya saw Ryan knock out fucking Devin Haney, I was like, oh yeah, he's on Dyke.
Here's my thing.
He on
Any
Dyke
dude-
right now.
No, I'm gonna say this. Any dude who's got pictures of himself in female lingerie should never talk shit online. Like that shit will never go away. That shit will never go away. And like,
That's how we remember the Golden Boy. It's like,
Yo.
dude, we don't even remember your boxing. We remember that image.
that's
It's
it.
crazy.
My man.
That's
he had
not
an
even
HBO
that.
He had an
You
HBO
got these
documentary
weirdos
based
that's
on
into that bullshit.
Come on.
You got weirdos that's into this shit and be like, and De La Hoya did this. Okay.
And
I'll be
Hills
right back, y'all.
fucking fanny pack. Fuck this soft ass out of there.
Fellas, I'm gonna have to hit the sack. I have an early day tomorrow. So I'll catch you guys later.
All right, man. Take it easy, man.
Later.
Yo, y'all be safe, yo. I'm gonna slide out.
Yeah, man. All right, take care, man.
Yeah, I'm about to clip.
Damn, I went to get my phone charger, come back, and everybody's gone. They all leave.
Yeah, I'm the only one left, man.
Well, damn. We'll wrap it up with this. We'll talk one more fight since this is not the real Bill Haney. I was hoping it was the real Bill Haney. That would have been an interesting conversation. But how do you feel about the Ruiz Miller fight?
I still look at it as as another loser leaves town kind of situation for Jarrell Miller. He's got to win, or he's going to be back to irrelevancy and probably doing some dumb shit again. But I got Andy Ruiz on that one.
Yeah, I must say I agree with you. To me, Miller, as much as I would like the New Yorker to win the cheeseburger, I think McDonald's is gonna, or the taco, whatever he said. I think Ruiz is gonna take it as well, because ever since he got popped on all them different steroids, he hasn't looked the same since he's returned. Like his endurance looks trash, his punch output looks trash, his body shape looks trash. So, but the only thing I would say in his favor is Ruiz has been very inactive. So there's that.
Yeah. He's been out of the ring, and yeah, it is cause for concern. But Jarrell Miller, I'm like, yo, dog. His last opponent, I don't think was really all that afraid of him. And it's like you can pretty much get free shots off of him, and he won't hit you back quick enough, because damn, he's so goddamn fat. won't fucking move around the ring quick enough. He won't get out of the way of shots. You know, Ruiz, you know, once he gets back into shape, you know, he's gonna let them hands go. You know, he's gonna fight his fight. Is Jarrell Miller gonna fight his fight, which is basically, you know, he gets off on activity. Like, remember he used to be on the juice. He threw a lot of shots, but now he's off of it. You know, you're not gonna be the same fighter.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like prior to him getting caught, the times that he did, he actually had the highest punching output in all weight classes. He threw more than minimum weights. Like he had the highest output, and now it's like he's got the lowest output. So I don't know. Like I agree with you. I think Andy Ruiz should win this fight because Miller has not looked good at all. The only thing that concerns me is just the inactivity because we haven't seen Ruiz in the ring in forever.
Yeah. You know, but I think he'll be more motivated for this one. You know, he is, I think, battling a divorce case, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to need that money, man. He's going to have to stay in the game a little while longer, you know, if he got money issues.
Yeah. Got his truck repoed, fought the dude to steal the keys to get it back. That shit crazy.
Yeah, both men got motivation, you know, to stay in the game. But yeah, yo, Tony, I gotta run, man. You know.
Yeah, I'm about to get off too. Appreciate you hopping on. Have a good night.
Always, man. Peace out.
All right, if y'all haven't done it yet, follow the channel. If you catch this on the playback, follow the channel. And hit the thumbs up on your way out as well. Also, hit that notification bell. That way you get updated when I do these random, sporadic, spur of the moment lives like this. All right, Mark, I'll catch you next time. I was really hoping we had the real Bill Haney here, but it was just a troll account. On that note, Iceman, peace to you too. Kelvin, everybody else I didn't mention. Y'all have a good night. We out.